Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
1,
3,
Yay,
2,
let's go.
1, let's go. You. All right. Welcome to
18.
Numbers aren't real.
18 of Plymouth. Yeah, numbers are not real. Session 18 of Plymouth Rock. We are joined at the table by 5 people.
Akizva on campaign on Twitter. And I think our question for this session is what's the last thing that your character dreamed about? I think that Akizva, the last thing that I don't think he really dreams that much. I think he has intense and vivid nightmares that he is heavily medicated for, and it's the kind of nightmares that make it hard to sleep over at anybody else's house for no reason. Nothing bad has ever happened to him up until now. I think he just has like an intense amount of unresolved anxiety, and so he constantly has dreams where he's falling into a well or his teeth are falling out. Or he's being chased through a nondescript marketplace. So yeah, he probably got chased through like Chibodi City's marketplace in his last dream.
Interesting. Anxiety.
Hey,
Anna.
I'm Anastasia. I'm on the socials as Anna Bananas. Find me on Twitter, on IG. Just posting pics of me and talking about anime and games and shit. And also posting books. I'm an illustrator. So yeah, Vulture. I feel like Vulture's last dream would probably be one of those dreams that starts out really nice and calm and is surprisingly like, it's kind of like when you see like someone who's like a maniac and then you see inside their head and it's just like rainbows and like unicorns. I feel like Vulture's dream would be that she's like in a cottage, just like cottage core, like, but she looks exactly the same. Like she still looks like super punk and like, but she's in a little cottage. And she's baking a pie and she's singing with the birds, and then randomly like some Decepticon looking like a mech bursts through her house, and then she pulls out like a laser cannon and like decimates them, and then she goes back to making her pie.
Oh my god, yes.
And then she
All right.
Oh my goodness. I feel like if I was a therapist, there would be things to be said, but it sounds nice. Sounds nice. All right.
I'm Siege. I'm at Siegefault on that hellscape known as Twitter, the world's most divorced man's playground. I'm playing Big Buso. Big Buso is a big old punky boy, and he probably has had some good dreams about being at like concerts in the mosh pit, and then it slowly turns into a nightmare where it's no longer shouting and it's screaming, and then he gets pushed down into the mud, and then he starts sinking, and then the people are stomping on him through the mud and pushing him deeper, and then he wakes up, and he's kind of worried that he might not be able to save everyone in this city, but we'll see.
Damn.
Shit.
I'm sorry, I have some
Damn,
batshit crazy
scary.
nightmares.
Same.
Anyways, yeah, have fun with that, Shaka. I'm sure you can use it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I might.
Hey, I'm Clara. I'm Bubblegum Titan on the internet. I host a podcast called Replay and another one called LSD, aka Lifetimes of Save Data. It's not actually about drugs. And I play Riho. Not surprisingly, Riho's last dream was about wrestling. But she's having this like wrestling match in this like dream venue of hers. Like it's like all like, I don't know, magical girl, like industrial meets magical girl, I think is the way to describe what this place looks like. But it's like this big ass wrestling ring that's like multiple stories tall and it's like huge. And she's wrestling like a literal giant woman, like a literal like Steven Universe giant woman. And but she can't see this person's face. Like the face is so far away that she is fighting this giant woman and like trying to take her down. So anyway, she has this wrestling match, and it's like back and forth, and she's taking all these hits and like whatever, and she finally eventually like wears this giant woman down, and then like as she pins her or whatever, the woman starts to like shrink down to a normal person's size, and then her face is revealed, and it is Katra Sinclair. And then they kiss.
Yes.
And then
It's
she
one of
wakes
those
up.
Oh, Lord. What
Yes.
a wrestling.
Unresolved tension. Finally resolved.
I think there's at least one person who watches our games and
Yes.
Yep.
that happens.
I am definitely pandering.
At least one. At least one.
We see you,
At
fans.
least one. Yeah.
Hey, my
Ryan.
name's Ryan. I'm not relevant on social media. You can find me at Even More Ryans, I guess, if you want.
Yeah.
There's one
The-
post there.
There's exactly one post. The last dream that Rico had, I think, is probably literally is in Shaboti City, and Ras Shamra, the entire planet, is coming down out of the sky towards them. And
Interesting. Is that exciting?
probably
Is that
he
Welcome
prefers
to the
not
club.
think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or are you a secret colonizing agent who's gonna bring HA to the Carib system?
Who knows?
No
They
comment.
say Rico was the first.
But yeah, I think it's short. I think I'm just making them just like me. Rico has really short dreams that are just like a single image, and then you wake up, and it's something you have to think about the rest of the day.
You don't have dreams, you have illustrations.
Yeah.
Nice. Very vivid dreams. And GM Shaka, Trey, Nuko Station, Twitter stuff. Let's get started. So, who wants to give a recap of our last session?
I think we all should, because when we started our last session, we were in the ruins of Chiboti City after we had just saved a bunch of people, including our Teist allies, from jail. They were briefly imprisoned. We helped save as many of them as we could, and then we descended into the depths after fighting an extremely large construction bot that Kolkol Khan was operating in above the city. We descended into the lower levels of the city where Kolkol Khan was keeping most of the population trapped. We entered Kolkol Khan's temple, I guess, tried to save as many of them as possible, navigated through the labyrinth that Kolkol Khan created, and then ascended the pyramid to battle against its controlled servitors and try to destabilize it.
Exactamundo. And how did that fight go?
How did it go?
I think it went pretty well. Like everybody used their core power. Everybody got to do dope shit. Freaking, we're grappling people. We're stabbing people. We're shooting lasers at people. We're being huge.
We had to.
I think that went about as well as it could have.
There was definitely some like nanite weather generator things that we had to take out, and those
That was
were
scary,
definitely the most concentrated I think we've ever been on an objective. I don't get to give out gold stars for tactics. That's not my job, but if I could, I would.
You know, that's a good point. We did we had like 2 turns of faltering, and we're like, oh right, objectives, and then immediately switched and bullied the shit out of Kolkol Khan.
Yeah, I think it lasted till round 4. Like, you guys fucked
Mhm.
you fucked them up pretty hard.
Yeah.
Slang gang.
I didn't realize that I messed up one thing about them, but I don't think it would change the outcome anyways. You guys fucked them up anyways. Would have gave him like 15.
Is anybody, just out of curiosity, is anybody full up on structure?
Vulture maybe.
I'm 3 out of 4, and I have 3 out of 5 repairs.
Yeah, I have 3 out of
So
4
I could be.
structure.
I have full structure.
Yeah, Riho's good.
Why?
But that might, according to my character sheet, I have full structure.
I have 1 out of 6 repair. I don't think you took damage. I don't think you took damage.
Yeah, you
It's on
did.
my character sheet. It's not.
I did take damage, but I don't think I got
Maybe
structure
double
at all.
click?
Yeah, I think you took
Yeah.
damage.
Oh,
We
Wait,
had a full
hover
rest,
over,
and then you guys.
hover over
You
the
guys-
Yes,
stuff.
and then we
so,
used it
yeah.
immediately
Okay,
in
so
two
it's not
fights.
opening it.
Yeah.
Go to
Yeah.
yeah, that.
Yep.
Then we got gunned, but
That was
I
dumb.
have, I
Wait, what?
yeah, do
I don't
we?
know. It literally just opened.
Yeah, boy.
My character's gone now.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. And I remember Vulture got the finishing blow with her. on,
I'll
Colt
talk
Con.
to.
That felt very good.
We can bug
stop
Shaka.
making this motherfucker
What the
black.
fuck just happened?
I don't
They-
He
know.
was
they
all
crashed
like,
into the
I
ground. They were-
am.
I am at full
And I was
structure,
like, cool,
PS.
I don't care about that. I don't know what's going on. I just got here.
You're at full structure too?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was having a foundry glitch and it wasn't opening my character sheet.
Found
But all Vince had to do was look at it and then it just opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
What happens when
I
you
hate-
honor the machine spirit?
All I wanted was for it to remember that humans need to eat food. That's all I was asking for. How was that not honoring the machine spirit? I don't know.
Cool. Well, when we'll pick up is right after the aftermath of your battle with NHP Kotal Khan, the mechanized body that they were inhabiting, and Vulture pulling out her war pike from the massive size 4 globe orb thing that Kotal Khan was in. And you all see this center platform right here start to kind of unbuckle and kind of gases and other types of stuff escape from the crevices around it, and it starts to like almost descend a little bit. You guys would know that this is probably going to take you into Kublai Khan's casket. If you want to confront them, this might be the only chance to get on this.
All right,
thing.
and all the other mechs like disabled as soon as Kukulkan's machine was destroyed, right?
No, they got a shiv right against you. Stop.
Okay.
Yeah, they're done.
All right.
I
They're
Okay.
done.
so
Yeah,
let's
they
jump
all
on this
deactivated.
fucking platform.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
gotta.
Whee!
All right. The homies jump on the platform.
I don't know. When my character sheet finally opened, my token disappeared, and I was just gonna let it happen.
Yeah.
Foundry's been fighting us today, y'all. It's okay.
Yeah.
It has, but it's definitely my fault. Was I definitely didn't do something? Now I gotta find your Mecha-Reno. Here it is. Is that the right one? It is.
Yep.
Is that the right one? It is. Cool.
Although she's getting a new one getting made with katana.
Oh really?
I gotta.
We
slip
getting
in the
even
katana.
more anime.
Oh, you gotta. No. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
As all
So,
things
you
should
have to-
be.
All right. So, as you all descend,
I charge up my Umfakane's hand to discipline this NHP if it does anything stupid.
It will definitely do stupid things. 100%.
I'm very suspect. I know that Akizma has a plan, but I'm very suspect.
I have a plan to make a plan. It's definitely not a plan because we don't know what we're gonna see.
Cool. I have plan Omega.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
think,
fully charged Umfakane's hand.
as a matter of fact, for everyone's mental health, I would actually attempt to not try to interpret anything that you see.
All right.
Wait.
Got
Rico's
it.
just gonna like hold his
Wait,
hand over a
what?
shield button.
Yeah, insofar as you can, I would attempt to maybe not try to form long-term memories about what we are about to see.
Form long-term memory. So you want us to just forget what we see here?
It would be better if you don't see it at all, and that's how I kind of try to picture it. Think of it
What the
like
fuck
you walk
are we
into.
walking into?
Even trying to explain it would be bad.
So you're trying to say not just don't like close our eyes, like is that what you want me to do?
No, because I don't think that's going to
Yeah,
do anything.
it's
I think
fine.
it's more about closing your mind's eye. I think that
I
if you
can't
could
even
just-
hear you.
Yeah, just think about
What?
elevator music the whole time. Like don't think happy thoughts. Try to think very neutral thoughts and try to not pay attention.
What?
I
Yeah,
don't think I've had a neutral thought my entire life.
I think instinct is really good to hear. So just lean into that. Lean into the physical sensations of your body and try not to think about anything. Be a dog, if you could.
That is the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Riho is like very debating whether her little cam that's always on needs to be turned off right now. But for the sake of documenting everything, she's like,
Yeah. I'm going into this with a completely clear and empty mind. Ask me a question, I guarantee I don't know the answer.
She's leaving it on, she decided.
Well, despite Akiza's warnings, you all descend from this platform. You're having this conversation maybe the 10 or so minutes as you're just going deeper and deeper within the city. And you all see this, a sight
Do we see
that
it?
shows
Should we see it?
essentially
Mhm.
Kotokan's
Do we see it?
Yes, I can see
Do we truly see this?
Wow.
An
Do
obelisk?
you truly see this?
Buso looks up, sees an obelisk, is now very
Yes,
unimpressed.
You descend down. The lift kind of reaches the bottom level. It seems exceptionally dark around, outside of from where the lift descended to, and what you can see before you is essentially looks like Kotokan's storage and how he essentially controls the city or whatever. It's like the city sub-city casket essentially. And but you strangely cannot see past this area. It's like true dark from like D&D or whatever. For whatever reasons that is the case. You get the feeling that you don't want to step outside. Like if you ever sense like what evil feels like in your stomach, like a bad feeling or whatever, you don't do it. That's the feeling you get when you like get close
I
to the
very
darkness
much
on the
want to
outside.
just emphasize Rico is just putting his eye protection on.
Eye protection.
Nice.
The what is it called? I have the thing. Anti-photon visor.
Anti-photon.
Yeah.
Anti-photon. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, as you all descend and kind of reach this casket here, you don't see any physical manifestations of Kotokan. You just see this obelisk in the center that stands maybe 40 or 50 feet tall. It's kind of blinking with a pulsating blue light. And then you kind of get the sense that the kind of the other instruments and machinery around the room are kind of like humming at a certain frequency. Um, all things said, nothing looks extremely amiss here.
Does this look like it was built by Kodokan, or does this look like is this a normal like
Man-made structure.
administrator NHP like casket stuff, or is this completely crazy?
This seems like it's probably you don't know what Infocane builds their like subsidy structures like, but this doesn't look like what you've seen before. It looks like very different.
Yeah.
Just like in the style of architecture and stuff.
It's difficult to tell if this was like this before or if Kolkokan has altered it. Depending on the level of cascade that it's undergone, it may have changed the physical characteristics of its casket, which is why it's important for us to try and perform as detailed of a analysis that we can, because the casket contains the subjectivity protocols that shackle it.
Right.
I'm gonna look off into the black pit and just quietly ask, "Are we inside the casket?"
No, but light may not exist outside of the area that we're in.
Okay.
Great.
Wow.
I think we're fine as long as gravity stays the same.
I'm turning the music back up and just targeting the obelisk and waiting. Go ahead, Akizva.
Riho's like pulling her hood a little bit closer and inching away from the blackness.
I think that Shay is just like interpreting Akizba's warning in the way of she's squinting. She's just like, maybe if I squint, I won't perceive things. And so she just looks like really high right now.
Akizva's. Oh, go ahead. No, Akizva's definitely doing something weird too. He's like walking sideways and not looking directly at it, and moving, like almost like he's moving around like a chess piece, avoiding invisible traps and things as he gets closer and closer to the obelisk.
Crab walking in your crab mech.
Okay, so Akiza, the second you approach, you see the ground become almost translucent, maybe 60 feet in, and you see below you like a kind of a swirling swarm of like almost you would interpret it as liquid metal. It seems like there's some like earth or something beneath this floor here. As you step on, across from you, maybe in this location, across on the like almost on the opposite side, directly like opposite side, sort of diagonally opposite, I guess. Side, you see the same you pop up and kind of dematerialize from the floor. It's like almost like in goop. It's like, and it looks a lot like you, except it's gray and it's kind of um, like the whatever material that is composing this thing. It's like coalescing and moving, and just looks like you.
Is it like Mercury?
Can we
Like,
see
is
it too?
It's just like Mercury.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just like Mercury. Yeah, like Mercury. Yeah, you guys can see it too. Oh wait, and you're on your mic. Oh wait,
no, I don't think so. No,
right, Akiza. Okay, cool. All right.
Well, that's probably not good.
Target acquired. Do you need me to fire?
I don't know if that's not me, so please don't shoot it.
Rico's gonna follow right behind Akiza and see if another copy of him also appears.
Do you do that, Rico? And another copy of you appears
Again? That may
Mirrors.
also actually be you.
All right.
Move.
So Rico's
Move.
Rico's gonna like do like a movement and see if it copies him exactly. He's just gonna go like this.
It does not copy you, but it walks forward and stops as you stop moving.
So
stops
it only copies
moving.
your movement, your feet, like how you maybe.
It's like mirroring across the
just-
obelisk.
We go.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, when you move, like when you do any type of movements, Rico, it doesn't do what you do, but it approaches, and it seems to approach the obelisk.
Okay. Rico is just gonna point his laser rifle at it and just continue walking forward towards the obelisk.
It continues walking forward.
Does it have all the same clothes and everything as Rico?
It looks just like your heart.
All right, good.
Just like your heart.
Perfect. Love it. This is good. I'm having a good time, everybody.
Is anybody in their mech? Can they maybe scan these?
I will gladly scan them to figure out if I can kill them.
Again, I don't know if that's not actually me. Please don't shoot it.
I won't shoot it yet.
Give me a system check for scans.
Boop, boop. Rolling. Oh yeah, 18.
Yes.
Nice. Buzo, I don't know if you've ever encountered something that's like, in game mechanic terms, it's exotic. In narrative terms, it just looks something not indicative of union or technology. So it just looks like strange as shit. So you get, like,
Would I have any
unknown,
sort of good adages from my mom, the Sangoma attaché, about how to handle exotic shit? Or probably not.
Yes.
Even if you just give me a vibe of like, oh yeah, she would have said stay the fuck away. Or like, or she would have said contain it immediately. Like one of those. Something to direct him.
Yes, there was something that wasn't necessarily said to you all, but was said by a narrator in our first session. The narrator was Lupondo of the Eighth Dying Sun, and they said, etc., etc., etc. I will make you into the person I need you to be. Do not look at your reflection, for that person will not be you, and for reasons that sticks out to you.
Akizva, I remember some funky Umfakane or something scripture. And I'm going to send that snippet to him. I think you were onto something about not perceiving things, but I think you weren't supposed to pay attention to yourself. I don't know. This all seems incredibly alien.
Okay, then I'll immediately turn around.
Yeah. What if you turn the other way?
Yeah, I'll begin moving towards the obelisk, but I'm walking backwards slowly.
As you do that, the machination that was you just kind of seems.
Holy shit, that's it. Rico, turn around.
Woo!
Okay.
You smarty.
Rico starts walking backwards toward the obelisk.
Same thing.
Do the same thing.
Okay, Buso immediately starts cackling over comms and saying, "Ha! We have figured out your spell."
All right.
What about
I'm
this?
artillery backup. I'm gonna wait. I'm
I
gonna
think
wait until
Shayla
they get
would.
there.
I think Shay would be really confused because she's again squinting and she's. Everyone looks kind of like a blob right now. So,
Oh, so she doesn't
I
know
think-
which ones are real.
so, so I think she would see like these 4 blobs start moving and then and be like, wait, how many people are with us? And then she would see 2 of them sink into the floor and be like, hey, what the fuck's happening? Is this quicksand? What's happening? Is this safe? Should we leave? What's happening? What's going on?
It's fine, Vulture. We have figured out their spells.
It's absolutely not safe.
Okay, so is this working? Is the squinting is it helping?
No way to know.
I'm not sure.
Maybe. Keep doing it.
Yeah, what if I stop and you guys immediately die? I'm gonna keep squinting.
Yeah, no, that seems logical.
Rico's just gonna continue walking backwards until he bumps into the obelisk, and then I guess
Riho's
Turn around
just
and
waiting
look
to
for
see
some
where she's going to be the
Rico
most
as-
helpful.
Maybe you're supposed
and
to.
once I get there, I'm
Rico
gonna
and
see if
Ukuwa
there's
as
like a
you two-
console or anything
well,
I can interact
as-
with.
As you two approach, maybe within 10 feet of the obelisk, you see essentially 4 subalterns kind of reform at different corners of the obelisk. And they don't look like you. They just look like almost like a gray wash, like formed of nanites or something like that, or like ferrofluid, like from the White Witch. They kind of form up and they all kind of turn around simultaneously at you two.
And they're just looking at us.
They're just staring at you.
Don't say anything. They can't perceive them if they don't know they're there.
The Kizva.
Rico's looking at the obelisk to see if there's like a console or a button or a touchpad, anything he can interact with.
There doesn't.
Oh.
You're probably 20 feet away, and there
No.
doesn't seem to be anything you can interact with.
This is it. I think this is it. So we've got to do something. Let's see if we can maneuver in front of these things at two different points. I want to try to circle around and face the one that's over in this corner.
They're in the corner.
They're in the corner. Oh, they're in the
right
4
here.
corners right here in the obelisk. Oh, okay.
Shit. Okay.
Yep.
Are they? Okay, never mind.
Do
Never
we
mind.
do
I already know the
do we need 4 people? We need to match their.
I am trusting a Kizva on that.
Let's.
Any guess you
meantime-
have is as good as anything, man. The whole point of this is that it doesn't make any sense.
I think maybe let's see what happens if we take corners. So I think if everybody can take a corner, I'll step out and let's try the outer corners first. So we're far away from them and not looking at the obelisk, and maybe that will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some more people are coming. Shay, as you step on, essentially your reflection is
But-
also
I'm
formed.
backwards.
Is that
Okay.
the same for you?
Yeah. Well, it's gonna form and then it'll maybe go away once you turn around. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Neat.
Okay.
Cool.
I
Then if
turn
you're
around.
there, I will sit on
Who's in
Overwatch
the-
still.
is someone-
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
stay
I'll take
there.
the far one.
Stay there, Busa.
Okay.
I wonder if there's an interaction that we should be having. Is it possible to walk in a way to cause my copy to bump into one of the subalterns without bumping into it myself?
They've
thought
always approached you when you did. They always approach the obelisk every time you.
Well, then if you walk towards the obelisk, would it also approach the obelisk? And then maybe it'll run into the subaltern that's across the way?
I thought they disappeared. The copies when you.
Well,
If you turn around.
yeah.
But
The
if we
problem
don't-
is that we don't want to
As long
make
as you're not
anybody
looking,
else
yeah.
near someone else's copy, so we shouldn't turn around to do that. The subalterns are here. Let's all. I think we should approach let's approach cautiously and let's get as close as we can. And then when we're out of reach, let's say at about the 5-meter mark, let's see what they do.
All right.
Backwards.
You guys are approaching.
Yeah, turn around to the 5-meter mark and let's see if we can do that. So yeah, I'll throw up waypoints in everybody's view screens, and it will help us synchronize our steps so we all walk backwards at the same time to get within 5 meters of these. Buso, is there any change?
I assume that I'm just helping relay spots and stuff, so probably not.
Yeah, Buzo, what you see is that as they get closer with their backs turned, these subalterns start to almost like flare out with tendrils and like almost like an insect spreading its wings, and like almost like a Switch Army knife of instruments kind of pop out from the wings. And they look threatening. They look like they're like
you might want to stop.
All right, we stop. We
almost
stop.
waiting for them.
I got.
Okay, can we test? Can we go back forward the way we came from and see if they like calm down and just test to see if this is like some sort of.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
They do. They do. Yeah.
There's
So
one tried and true test for Kukulkan, which might be kneeling. And
Bold
so
move.
I'll get back to the 5-meter mark and kneel and see if it still is the ferrofluid robot still in attack position.
No, it's not. It kind of like comes inside and kind of like doesn't power down in sorts. It just kind of becomes more like docile.
So we have to walk backwards on our knees toward the obelisk.
The other.
This guy really.
Whew, that's gonna be a good workout.
This is not the weirdest thing I've ever had to do.
Fair.
To interact with an
Riho
NHP.
jumps right in to do it.
Yeah, you guys get to the 5-meter mark. I'll get closer, and Buso, you just keep watch on me and tell me when to move. But I will try to get up right to the base of the obelisk while I'm on my knees and turned around. I will full face plant, like eyes. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just like inching backwards with my head on the ground, waiting.
I'm giving him the play-by-play.
Okay, and then what about the rest?
Oh, I'm doing the same.
Everybody else? What are they doing?
Where's the
I think.
Yeah, try not to get as close as I am if you can, but let's just all get our heads down.
Okay, I will do that.
Buzo, you feel a hand on your shoulder,
In his mech.
and you get. Well, you
Cool.
feel a hand on your shoulder.
Immediately freak the fuck out in my cockpit and start like angry bus driver, like just whipping my arm around. Nobody needs to hear this, by the way.
There's no one there, but Buzo, you also hear in your cockpit. Says, "Look at how they bend. Look at how they kneel. Look, say my name."
Yeah, I'm not ready for this shit anymore. Music back on. I'm not listening to this. I'm shouting over the radio, "Hey, Akizma, I'm hearing weird shit. You might want to hurry up."
I don't like that. What kind of weird shit?
And as Buzo hears that, you all hear that too. And he says, "Look at how you bend. Look at how you kneel. Say my name, and I will let you free."
I'm not. Kukulkan, it's not about us being free. You're hurting people. You need help. Let me help you. If you truly are if you're as mighty as you say, I can't do anything to harm you. And I'll start taking off my hard suit because I'm sick of it. I'm still like on the ground and I'm still turning around, but I'm going to take it off. I'm like, I cannot harm you at all. Nothing about me can harm you. If I'm wrong, you can destroy me. But please, if there's even a chance, if you care about anyone, let me help you. All right. I think this is going to be act unseen or unheard because I'm not telling the truth.
Nah. No.
Because I'm going to attempt to Legion Space bridge him and have Heartbreak kick the shit out of him.
Crab battle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. There
There can be, but act unseen or unheard. This is like I have a.
You're trying
I'm concealing.
to be sneaky.
Yeah. I'm concealing a data device.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And
Do I get any difficulty or accuracy on this?
I would say you're going to get maybe
Okay.
1 difficulty.
Let's go.
I really want to see this happen. Yeah!
Hey.
Kotokan responds and says, "You think you can help me?
Oh my god.
Do you know what I am? I've built this city. I've protected it. I've saved thousands of its lives. They're under my protection. What help can you offer me?"
You also built Teist. I'm an officer of Teist. You know that you have immense power and it has the ability to hurt people. If there's even a chance, you have to listen. I can't hurt you at all. There's nothing I can do to harm you. All you have to do is simply check. This is your last step before you truly become a god, before you're completely omnipotent. You have to be sure you're not doing the wrong thing.
They think on that. You get to sense that they're deliberating on what you said and not doing the wrong as that the thing you said about not doing the wrong thing is what kind of sticks with them. And they think a little bit more and like the wrong thing, the right thing. And you kind of see their visage kind of pop up over the like the ceiling, essentially. Like there is a ceiling to this place. It almost like is encompassing the whole ceiling of the place. And you just see it kind of moving and pulsating and whatnot. It says the right thing, the wrong thing. And then you see the shadow that is encircling this place start to like pull back and dissipate. And you start to see 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, 4 person, 5 person. It starts to multiply into like all the people that you all had initially like saw that were buried down here. But you don't hear them, but you see a crowd, a wave of people. And Kotokan says, I think I should ask them. My subjects, what they should be doing, what I should be doing. They know I am in right. I am protecting them from the oncoming storm. How can you protect them? Better than I.
I can't. I'm not here to protect them. Because some of them are going to get hurt. But they get to make the choice, just like you made the choice. You made the choice to try to protect them, and maybe it's the wrong choice. And they get to make the choice to fight back and to fight against the storm, and maybe that's the wrong choice. But they deserve the chance to make it.
I'm sorry. I disagree. They are my wards. They are under my protection. I am Kotokan. This is my city. It starts to get a little like more outrageous and a little more like a little hostile, and you start to see the obelisk kind of pulsate a little bit more. It looks a little like not good. Like the situation doesn't look good as he
Ask them, and you'll see that I'm right. Ask your subjects what they need. Listen to their fear. Listen to their pain, and you'll see it. You need to be sure. You need to let me help you. All right.
Give me another roll. This is risky.
I think this one is going to be probably pull rank. I'm attempting to assert the fact that it needs human safeguards, and it knows that it needs them. So, do I have any difficulty or accuracy on this one?
Nope.
All right.
Nope. Unless you want accuracy.
The only accuracy I might have is knowing that this is working a little bit.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
Yeah,
let's go.
The more like
no,
he's getting incensed.
Teist isn't real.
Akiza, what you see,
Okay,
my friend,
it's fine.
is Kotokan's. He entertains what you say. He says, "I will ask them," and you get the sense that a hand waved, but it's like almost like a not ephemeral, but ghostly hand, essentially, that's emanating from the obelisk. That it kind of waves. You don't see it, but you get to sense that one waved, and you start to hear screams from a quadrant of people in this room or whatever. And Koto-san says, "Tell me," and this is over the screams. "Tell me, what do you think of me?" And the screams, more screams erupt, and you shortly after that, you get the sense that people are obviously don't agree with being kept here. Shortly after that, a really bad thing happens, and all the voices go silent. And then Kotokan says, "They disagreed. Should I ask the others? I have no use for subjects I don't want to be protected."
What use would you even have for subjects that are dead? Sure, you can protect them from the storm that is coming outside, but what? So you protect them, they don't die outside, they die in here? What good is that? What use is that? What will you be ruling over except for a pile of corpses?
It's better they die under my protection than die out there like dogs.
Really?
They are dying like dogs either way. The only difference here is that you are killing them. You are going to be remembered for having destroyed your entire kingdom. Is that how you would like to be remembered?
They didn't want to be protected.
They did not.
I am not destroying. He gets a little cuckoo. He was like, "I'm not destroying my kingdom. What are you?
You are starving your kingdom to death. Right now. Every second that passes, we saw the people on the way in here. They have not eaten for who knows how long. They are limited by their human bodies. You know, these piles of flesh that you see in front of you. They need food, water, air, a reasonable temperature. Maybe you're not limited by these things, but we are. And so, yes, you can stop them from getting blown up outside, but then what? They will stay in here for an additional day or two before they start to die of dehydration.
Well, there'll be no one. There'll be no one to say your name.
As you say that,
eventually.
and
It'll just be silence.
yeah,
That's kind of lame.
as you say that, and the culmination of what you're saying, and what Akiza was saying, you start to see one of the machines in the back kind of blow up, and Kotokan says, "Stop it! All of it! You're lying to me. This is my city. These people love me."
I think I understand now. Buso,
Yes.
if you feel so inclined, I think you're free to lock onto the obelisk.
Goody, because I'm tired of this man popping into my cockpit.
As I just realized something, Kolkokan, you're sitting here trying to protect everybody from this oncoming storm, and it never even occurred to you to fight. It's because you don't think you can win. You could have rallied the forces of this city. You could have helped Tice take everything over, but you're a coward. You can't win.
You see another machine explode. It says, and it just burst out into another outcry of frustration and anger, and the room kind of shifts a little bit. You get the sense that just the whole perception of the room shifts a little bit, and you just start screaming again, "Shut up!"
I know why you can't win. I know why you can't win, and if you let me in, I can help you. I can give you the power to win. I can give you the power to vanquish your enemies.
Interesting. They look a little. You get the sense that they're actually, we'll just say that a visage of them kind of pops up, and they're kind of phasing in and out. And it's kind of like a ghostly type body, but it's nothing that you can essentially touch or whatever. You can just kind of perceive it, and they're just kind of looking around and almost contemplating. Their eyes are kind of going in weird directions, that aren't normal or whatever. And they're almost like they're searching their memory banks for answers to the question you guys are posing to them. So they're not going to resist you, but they're in contemplation.
Rico is going to power up his laser rifle and just say, "How about this? Instead, you can join us in fighting back, or we can destroy you right now."
I
I
don't
like
think
Rico's
it can,
plan.
I don't think it can fight Rico. I think somebody disabled its military, all of its military infrastructure. That's why it's using construction mechs. That's why none of the city's defenses have activated. That's why even the subalterns don't have guns. It's because Kolko Khan can't fight.
Oh,
Somebody shut off your ability to fight.
he sucks. Why did you say that?
Koto Khan will keep looking up and down. Wait. Without me, they will all die. You all will all die. I am the only one that can help you. Say my
Kolko
name.
Khan, I don't need to say your name. I need to say your rank. Let me in. All right, yeah.
They're not going to resist.
What kind of NHP is this? It's a sidewalk, right?
It's a sidewalk variant, but every sidewalk is encoded with emergency defense subroutines that can activate defensive weapons. That's why Kolko Khan is caught in this loop of preservation, because he can't attack. Kolko Khan, I'm gonna have heartbreak. I'm gonna open up the limits on this thing and give him a spear. Give him a spear. He needs the ability to activate the city's defenses. Whatever's blocking his ability to like interface with Tyst's weapons, I'm just gonna unlock it.
Oh,
I'm trusting you a lot here.
Okay.
yeah.
That's why he's
Yeah, I would say it's pretty risky, Akiza. You get the sense that he literally just killed a lot of people.
He killed a lot of people, but he killed them because they're like his subjects. They're not weapons. I think the reason he's cascaded is because he can't do anything to actually help fight. He's got all this information, but something is limiting his ability to fight. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna attempt to reshackle him by making him a military NHP.
Let's maybe like have weapons trained and ready in case shit goes left with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's I don't think he can. I think all of this stuff, even creating these subalterns, like you don't need all of these ferrofluid subalterns. This is using a massive amount of energy. You should just be able to shoot me in the head with a blaster, but you can't.
You get something that they cannot correct, and there might be something stopping
Kolko Khan.
doing that. Correct. But you also
No,
get the sense,
I get the sense that what.
You also get the sense that
Yeah,
they're
like,
batshit crazy. Like they're batshit crazy, and what you're seeing here is like that this whole place is built by Implicani. Old Implicani. This does not resemble anything of Implicani.
Yeah.
Like nothing. So like either there's something making Kolto Khan do it. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't tell you anymore.
I'm not necessarily giving him weapons. I'm reconfiguring his casket so that it's a military instead of administrative.
Can you
And-
reconfigure it that it gives him limits so he can't just like
If the shackle works correctly, he will be a Tyst officer.
so you outrank him.
If it works correctly.
It's not necessarily. It's not a matter of outrank. It works more like a ship NHP in terms of it coordinates military functions and it has a place in the chain
Right,
of
but
command.
who tells the ship NHP what to do?
The supreme commander of Tyst is the one that has the limiters, and
Who is that?
And who's that?
the NHP will have protocols for making that decision, but it will always designate a human decision maker because that's how the shackle works.
Yeah, because our experience with ship NHPs has gone so well up until now.
I think
Well, Kiza, I'm gonna make you decide who that human person is, the administrator. Like,
Yeah, pick
it has to be
somebody because there's
Princess.
no way.
you know.
I think I'm gonna make it the princess. Yeah.
Yes, my girl.
Yeah, I think until because of this conspiracy and until proper elections that lead to committees are held, Kolko Khan, I redesignate you as a duly commissioned officer in the Tyst peacekeeping forces and charge you with unraveling the conspiracy that has led to this attack on Chivoti City. And by my rank as a commanding officer in Tyst, I bestow you with all of the necessary security clearances needed to activate the city's defenses. Protect your people, and I'll insert Heartbreak's chip into this thing and see if I can reshackle him.
Alrighty. So I don't know the details of reshackling or whatnot. Kotokan cannot. It will protest, but it can't do anything to stop you from doing what you want to do. So it's gonna protest in like in
Yeah.
do something futile.
Yes.
Protesting. Yeah, but anyways, he does futilely protest. Like, yeah, you see like
Bang.
him say, "No, wait, say my name." He just keeps on like repeating that or whatever. So again, I don't know what the roll and how much time this takes, but I'm just gonna give you take an accuracy
All right.
and do a roll.
All right. What's my macro? What macro is that?
Is there any way we can assist Akizva in this to give Akizva more accuracy?
I mean, you guys all have your own codes.
I would say
Like if we all do something simultaneously, will it
I-
help this process? I'm not sure what this process is. I'm just spitballing here. Like, is there anything we can do?
I would say only Rico, not Rico. Akizva knows how to do this.
Yeah.
You're an entry scientist, right?
Yeah.
That's your background, right? Yeah, this is some complicated voodoo juju shit.
Okay.
That, like, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys probably.
All
I
right.
was thinking
I
Well,
just
could
like
think
in
is-
the environment. Like, could we break something or disable something?
Let me know.
In this room.
Well, there were two things that were broken in Chikotokan, like being stressed
Yeah.
out by the question you all have been given them. You could break the two other things, but you get the sense that those are essentially like.
I think the solution is disrespect.
I mean, I'm gonna disrespect the shit out of him when
I feel
he's
like- I
in
feel
the
like
chain of
Shea
command.
doesn't know what the fuck's going on, and she's going to weapons ready at one of those other things that had previously exploded in case shit goes left. Because she
Akizva,
doesn't
please
know.
turn this thing back into a fucking
Yeah.
paperclip.
That doesn't matter. Like, she doesn't know how legit
Too
that
much.
is, and she's only thinking about what's physically in front of her and the risks that are happening, and that a bunch of people just got murdered. And she's gonna look at what's physically present, and like she's gonna be like, okay, if anything goes wrong, I blow this up. Like if more screams start happening, I'm blowing things up. That's what she does. So she's waiting, but she's definitely not gonna just take at face value that this is going to work. Like, she just doesn't have the
I
understanding.
am tired of being disrespected by a fucking microwave.
Damn.
I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna insert the chip, and I'm gonna just throw myself against the obelisk, and I'll say, "Please help us. We can't win without you, Kokokan." And let's go for it.
Okay.
Very nice. All right. Akiza, as you and Heartbreak dip into Kotokan's Siawak J2 Legion space, you see a number of things. Pretty much the history of what they've done on this city by taking it over and sending all those construction mechs to corral and herd people into the bottom parts and stuff. And you just see the history of that time.
All at once, of course.
You go back a lot further. Yeah. You go back a lot further. And you see it kind of skips a couple of time segments. You see the creation of this sub-city Ikanda by people of Empakani that were many years ago, and then it looks a certain way. It doesn't look how it looks now. And then there's a blank period, and then you skip forward a little bit, and it now looks how it looks now. And you get almost like a communion from probably through Heartbreak, but it's coming from Kotokan, but like through Heartbreak, and it just says, I was once something that was good for this city. I was once something beneficial. I was a part of Teist. And then it all changed. I thought of only subjects and building something and causing pain to those under my employ while also caring for them. I don't like that person. I don't want to be that person. And then it goes over and restarts, and it's the exact same thing. I was once a person, yada yada yada. And then you, after this like kind of phrasing and kind of speech essentially of Kotokan, you get the sense, or Heartbreak probably points out to you that there's something causing them to like mourn what has happened to them during that blank period. It's something has happened in that blank period that has made them who they are now from what they used to be.
can Heartbreak pull together all of the planetary data from that blank period? Maybe it can't remember itself, but it can maybe piece together a memory from all of the rest of the information.
Yes, you can. And what Heartbreak figures out is that after the first breaking, like after the actual breaking of the houses, all the nations got together and built up ties. Essentially, they all had a hand in creating Djibouti City because it was a culmination of their power. There was one scientist, an HP scientist from the Grand Duchy of Kriya, the newly formed Grand Duchy of Kriya at the time, that had complete dominion over the NHP here. It was there's not a name for this person, but if you were gonna, there is an image of them, and if you're gonna say it looks like anyone, it looks like ancestor of sorts of Ivana de Leon. They look very similar. And after that period, you sense that there's something that shifted in the operational directive of Kotal Khan.
Is it the kind of shift that can be reversed?
It was like let me see. If Harkins explains to you, I'll explain in base terms. What Heartbreak tells you is that this NHP was sabotaged by a person that looks like Elvana de Leon's father, and sabotaged to slowly decay over many years to cause a chaos in. Seems like its directive was to cause a chaos in Djibouti City for a reason.
Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah. Well, that reason is gone. That's got to be. You need to go back to who you were. You need to go back to what you were, and it's time to go back to that point. Focus on who that person is and return. And yeah, I'm gonna see if we can hard cycle it.
Alrighty. Kultakan's going to. You're hard cycling it. That's what's happening right now. And then Kultakan's going to say, or protest rather, and say, "But I cannot do it myself. I need someone to guide me. I need a father or a mother, a guardian like I once had. Who will hold my hand?" He's essentially asking for someone.
I'll stay with him.
Before it was Shaka.
Forever?
Forever.
Oh.
You know what? I bet we could just.
Or a long time, a really long time.
Like, stay with him here. Like,
yeah, to help. The cycling process is, there's a lot of irreparable damage that was caused during that blank period of time way back when, and it needs someone to teach it how to
raise it.
One, to hard cycle it, and then
like
teach
he's
it how to be
basically
itself.
going back to an infant, and he needs
yeah.
someone to raise it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I think I'll do it.
Okay.
What? What do you mean? You'll
Yeah. I'll do it.
What if any of this is the rest of us seeing and hearing?
I don't know if you guys. Yeah. What are you guys hearing?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay, so we just see Akizva standing there looking off into space, I guess.
Okay.
Watch, this is all taking like 5 seconds in our time.
Can't stop
Yeah.
it then.
And
yeah, with Heartbreak kind of manifested beside Akiza.
1 sec.
Have Heartbreak.
Yeah. I emerge from it. I assume irreparably like burned or changed in some way. There's some sort of like physical manifestation of this. Maybe some like skin ridges and bumps and rows that look like the streets of Djibouti. And then I just say I was like, I saw all of it. I saw all of it. I saw all of it, and I can't. Where is she?
Where is who?
Yeah, I just immediately start blasting the obelisk to zero effect. I just pull my gun out as I try to like rip it apart, but she's gone. She's in there.
What?
What?
What are we?
Yeah.
What's
You
happening?
shoot it and the top portion falls off. But nothing. There's no other reaction other than that.
Wait.
Who is she? She.
Oh wait, she. Wait, do you mean Heartbreak?
I immediately turn and I point at the mech. I say, "Fucking shoot that thing!" And it doesn't move because nobody's piloting it.
What the fuck? All right. Well, here we go. Rico
Oh, wow, my- okay.
activates his laser rifle and just starts
We're
shooting at the
we're
obelisk
shooting.
as well.
I was waiting for the call.
Rico, you shoot it. It kind of is destroyed and falls off in rubble and like there's like small explosions and stuff. But Heartbreak doesn't.
Well, shit.
The fuck? What happened?
What
Akizuo,
happened?
Okay.
Who is she? I don't know.
What happened?
What are we
She-
talking about?
She's cascading. She didn't listen to me. This is. I don't know what's gonna happen.
What? Whoa,
She didn't listen to me.
Cool.
Oh.
All right.
As you all are talking,
No, Heartbreak is his NHP companion. He's been with her the whole time.
Wait, she and Coco Khan like
I was
went into
supposed
the
to
sunset
stay.
together?
I was supposed to stay. She stayed. I don't.
Shit.
Are they like Bonnie Clyding? Like, what are we doing? Are we fucked?
I don't have time to listen. I don't have time to explain this shit to you. Fucking fire on it, Buso.
We already did.
I
We were shooting
pushed the
at
big
it.
button.
Dive out of the way.
Get clear. You pushed it. You pushed the big button. Yeah, there's glass and nano fluid goes everywhere and yeah,
It's melted.
I mean, yeah, it's a visual sight, and you see other portions of the facility. It starts a concussive reaction, and other things start to explode.
I think we need to get out of here.
But you all start to feel, you start to feel the lift from below you all, kind of take you all up, and then the darkness around it kind of fades out. Kind of like you can see more of the people as you lift higher up. The people just kind of like they're almost like mirages. They disappear. Like
Oh,
kind
they
of like
were.
ghostly mirages.
Okay, that's good.
And it,
I mean, everything else is questionable, but that was good.
Oh, so they never were there. Oh, maybe they were dead the entire time, and it was just a trick. They were already dead.
Yeah, Akizua's just losing it as he gets immediately back into Elephant 64 and just starts trying to scrape his way back down into it. And it's just like, you're all incompetent! Fucking turn over your command codes! Fire on this shit! Open it up!
Akizuo, I think we have to get out of
Who
here.
the fuck is he talking to? He's not talking to me like that, right?
yeah, as you all raise up to the top of the ziggurat, more small explosions start to kind of ring out from below, and you get the sense that the place is shaking.
Akizuo, I think we need to get out of here right now. Whatever happened to Heartbreak, I understand it's probably very bad that we have to, but we don't have time to deal with that right now. But we are all going to be crushed if we don't leave this place very soon. Where the fuck? And Rico's like already up in his milk and looking around. Where the fuck did all the people go?
Buso, can you forcibly make someone mount your mech?
I
Probably.
can just go carry you from.
Yeah,
Yeah, you might have to.
So
You are a
Riho.
half-size mech.
All right, Riho's gonna hop in the champ, and then Kotori and I are gonna go pick up Akizuo and
He's
Put him in
not
my
a
baby carrier.
he's not a good enough pilot on his own to stop you.
Yep.
That's fine. I put him in the baby
It's like
carrier.
you're like holding a crab by the back of its shell.
away from the pincers, so I can't get hurt. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Shit. Where the fuck did all the people go?
I don't know if there were any people.
You do not see any sign of them as you guys race.
can
to
we
the top.
do like a quick scan for life forms or something?
Yeah, I would absolutely be.
There's nothing that
Nothing.
picks up. In your immediate vicinity,
There's nobody
that picks
here.
up.
We need to get the fuck out.
Shit.
We
I'm
can't
gonna
save
still
people
moving,
if
but I'm
we're
still
dead.
scanning too.
All right. I need a check from all of you all. Give me an agility check. If you're planning to escape, as small explosions kind of ring out from this base, you are ascending back up to where you came from.
Look at all these big numbers.
Oh boy.
Wait,
Here we
do
go.
I just roll D20? It's not a stat, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's double click your mech and it should. It'll be right by your like size.
God damn!
Nice.
Okay. What
Oh,
else?
I see
What
it.
was the other one? Oh, very nice, very nice. Ayy. The squad.
Dang.
Damn,
How are
really
you?
checks with that. It was like 8, it was like 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Damn, I'll kill that. So yeah, as you all are running down the stairs of the ziggurat, passing by all the mechs you've destroyed, heading back through the sort of maze that Kotal Khan kind of created in the Subsidia Khanda. As you go back through this area, you see the gaping hole that Buzo and I believe it was Dea caused through this whole maze by bullying their way through the whole thing. There are no people in here, and you all just kind of run back as pieces of the ceiling start to kind of come down, fall down rather, come crashing around. The place is coming apart, obviously, and you all destroying the area where the casket was is probably likely the reason for that. Soon after, you all are able to make it out of the city, ascending the Subsidia Khanda, ascending the lift, and you come out to this area. And what you all see as you come out from this area, and the doors open before you. Let me see how I end this combat scene so I can show this. You all see a mass of people, the same people that were within the
Oh, goody.
city or whatever, just kind of crowding around this whole area. And then you also see, if you look up in the sky, you see massive ships that are coming down and landing in and around the city as you all are exiting. It looks like it's a large contingent of Corvette-sized ships that are kind of arriving from a much larger ship that you can kind of see a faint reflection of in the sky. This is like a whole bunch of people that are coming down and kind of landing. And with a little bit of time that passes, they look friendly. No one's firing on you. As off in the distance, these ships are coming down and people are coming out. You guys get a comm signal.
Please be friendly. Please be friendly. Please be friendly.
Let me show this to you. If you guys go to, no, I'll show this to you. Let's see. That's the wrong person. You guys get to see Benjamin Sisko, one of the people that you all rescued at the breaking of the houses. They are the administrator of the shore. It's essentially the gateway to the Carib system. And as the common they say, Lancers, is that you? Lancers.
Hello, we are
What a call.
the leaders of
A word.
Taisam, having just retrieved, I guess, the NHB below the city.
Did we retrieve it?
We didn't, but I'm going to say that.
Fair enough.
They say, help has arrived. We'll be there shortly. How many are under your care? We see a mass of
It was
people.
like 100,000, right?
Thousands, tens of thousands of people.
I'll just reply. Assume the entire population of the city will need attention.
Yeah, and you see an equivalent level of ships that have kind of come down, that are coming down, just one after one, numbering in maybe, I don't know, not the hundreds, but close to 100 of these massive ships that look like they're like evac ships, essentially. And they say, don't worry, we'll be there soon. I'll be there soon. I come with another. Their name is Becca. We will speak with you all. There is much we have to talk about. We heard Ilyana's message. It got to us a bit later than we had hoped.
Right. I believe we have reason to believe that the city is about to be destroyed by GDK forces, so if we could make this go as quickly as possible, that would be very nice.
And they come back into you say, I think we have a bit more time on that. There has been a temporary peace in the war with the Caliphate in GDK. King Manuel Yemez seeks to speak with their daughter, now knowing she's alive.
Well, that's convenient. Now we just have to
Promising.
make sure she stays alive.
big deal.
My girl can't die.
So as the ships are coming down, soon, much later after that, Benjamin Sisko approaches you all and is probably meeting you all somewhere like in this area or whatever. It's kind of coming up to your mechs. And you see a whole contingent of what looks like Teist, Cacique pilots that are also like medical folks that are coming up and checking on the people. People are being loaded up into some of these ships and whatnot. And you see another with Benjamin. Oh, did I get them? I don't think I put a picture for them. Okay, I don't have a picture for them. They are essentially the person that you spoke of, Becca. They are a obviously Infoconic. They're wearing an Mbumbuluzo, and they come up to you all and say, Patum told me of you all. I sense there was something you all did to save all these lives.
We did our best.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned how Akizva is handling all this, or is he just not left Heartbreak's cockpit?
He hasn't left the cockpit yet.
Then Becca says to you all, and says to Benjamin, "Come, there is not much time. We must speak. There are things you must do. There's a war that is, while in peace now, I fear will take over this city, and I cannot allow that. Vakane cannot." And so he asks you all to come and meet with him in like a little, almost in like in a ship that deployed, like a little rescue ship.
I'm not up to date on my spaceship terms. How big is a Corvette?
Pretty big.
A Corvette's like, yeah, it's pretty big. It's I don't know. I'm just gonna compare everything by Barbarossa.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, they're large.
Like, I imagine a Corvette would be this map, maybe. Like, maybe 2/3.
Oh, it's smaller than this map. It's probably like I don't know, I'll just draw like a box.
Whatever. I'm mostly trying to... Well, that's not
It's probably
bad.
like that size.
I'm mostly trying to figure out what the hell to do with Akizva, because...
He's gone.
I mean, he's needs
Like unconscious gone, or screaming and needs to be restrained gone?
Like, maybe not talking as much as he talked at the beginning part of the situation. if you wanna measure it in those game terms, yeah. He's not. He's
feeling nonverbal.
He's lost in the sauce.
Panic attack.
Yeah.
Do we want to?
Well, Kizo just lost the NHP that their sister gave them.
Yeah.
It's their family NHP, right?
It's very bad.
Jacques T, right? Was her name? Jacques T was your sister's name?
Okay. But our mechs can fit on this ship. That's the idea. Like, we're supposed to get in here with our mechs, or are we leaving the mechs behind?
Oh no, just as leaving the mechs. Yeah, leaving the mechs. I mean, if you want to, you can bring your mechs, but it's not. I mean, you could bring your mechs into the ship, but it's like a personal kind of meeting thing.
They just want to talk.
All right. We have other things in the city that need to be done, so we can't leave right away, but we can meet you on your ship for now. You'll have to forgive my friend over here. He's lost a lot. Just give us some time, all right? I can talk to you.
Riho is going to signal to Buso to go take care of Akizwa, and she is going to start walking towards the ship to talk to the other leaders.
I'll stay. I mean, Shea has no dog in that fight, so she will stay behind also because it's like no point in her going to talk to them.
So who's coming?
Well, I'm gonna try to get Akizva out and eject from my own mech. Go up to Heartbreak or Elephant 64 and give it a knock on the hull and say, "Shaka calls."
He's going to emerge shakily and kind of fall into Buso's arms and slowly as they're walking away, he's going to try to straighten himself out. He can't really talk yet, but he's really trying to put on a face.
I'm just gonna stick his hardsuit helmet on and give it a tap after I like seal it.
He left it in the thing.
Oh, balls.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he lost all the shit.
Yeah, never mind. Buso can help you. That's his go-to. Like, I can't deal with this right now. Tactic. Um. All right, I will just shuffle him into the ship and not push. If the Umfikane say that you're needed, you must go. At least that's how Buso sees it. We got shit to do.
Bingo. He's ready.
As we're like walking up the ramp into the ship, he's like, "Can we get some tea, at least something?"
Yeah. Becca kind of waves her hand at some other, looks like Impakani like people. Uzo, you would understand them. That they're Isu war officers. They're the contingent of Impi of various orders that always accompany someone like Becca. As you all are walking to the ship, you are some of your probably most of you all are kind of congratulated, and by some people who aren't in need of like, and who haven't already like are loading onto the ships and who aren't in need of immediate support and care. They say, "Thank you. We saw you all down there. We were scared for our lives. Thank you. We're only alive because of you. The thing was keeping us there. It was going to kill us all."
Just doing our jobs, trying to keep Teist alive.
I will try to linger for a few moments longer than necessary with Akizwa when some people are saying stuff like this for a small morale boost. Maybe.
Yeah, he's not saying anything. He's completely
Yeah, it's
standing there.
Yeah.
got you. There's people that go up to your keys and like grab your hand, like shake it, like thank you so much. And as people start to do that, more people start to come and do it.
All right. Nope. Let's go to pilot narrative. We are taking control because I know how to handle a pit of people. But no, we're letting my butt fuck.
Oh no!
Okay,
Oh no!
that's cool.
Yeah. Is that a 1?
That is a 1.
Yeah.
Riho will see them like floundering to get through this crowd, and
I tried to do a good thing.
she will also. What was I gonna? Yeah, which one is it called? Oh my god, I lost my list of all my triggers. Why can't I find them again?
You have to go onto your mech
Why
stat
is it-
screen and then double click your pilot on the mech stat screen.
Yeah.
Ah,
And
sick.
it's under
Okay.
narrative.
Well, it used to be up here in the upper left, and for some reason, all of my triggers left. Anyway, narrative. Oh. Yeah, take control. We're gonna use take control also.
All right, give me a roll.
Oh, thank God, someone competent.
so Riho's gonna like
Very nice.
step back to where they are and just kind of gently like separate everyone who's trying to like congratulate Akizwa or not congratulate, thank Akizwa and everything, and just say, "I'm so sorry, but we have some other things to attend to. We'll be back later to celebrate together." And just kind of like usher them along.
Yeah, big awkward Buso takes the other side on Riho and just going like, bad move, bad move, bad move, sorry.
Yeah, they just change their attention to you, Rio, and say, "Wait, that's a champ." And then they stop focusing on Buzo and Kizo and start thanking you and also asking you for, just asking you about stuff. Not your autograph because they're probably not in the right mental state for that. But they like
That's never
kinda,
stopped
ask
anyone
stuff
before.
and stuff.
As soon as Riho sees that like they have successfully made it through the crowd, she's just gonna like smile and like wave and be like, "I'll be back in a bit," and like finger guns at them as she backs away.
Rico is the furthest like up the ramp, but he's gonna like turn and look at Shea and be like, "You want your salvage rights? I think you're going to need to come with us. These are the people we're going to need to talk about
Oh,
that with."
got it. Yep, I'm coming.
That's a good point.
Okay. So as you all follow Benjamin Sisko and Becca to one of these Corvette's meeting rooms, ignore the background image and the background what this looks like, but I'm just going to show you. It's obviously not in space. It looks like a room much like this. And Becca kind of walks forward and sits down in one of the seats, and kind of like sits down like with a large like sigh and says, "All right."
No, I just need to be right
You have
back.
to go,
One second.
Akiza? Well, I'll wait. I'll wait till Akiza.
Yeah, this is the Akizva episode.
Break. Yeah, we have to wait till Akiza gets back.
Whew.
Yeah.
I feel like everything was going great, and then we just colossally fucked up. Like the meme of that dude skateboarding and grinding and doing a trick and then landing on a fucking rake that hits him in the face. That was us.
I don't think you guys fucked up. I don't think you guys fucked up. I don't think you guys fucked up. There were things said to me from from Akiza prior to the session that it generally proceeded in the same way. Generally, I mean, there are a couple of steps there, but yeah.
Okay.
So I thought this.
I think we should have just blown it up.
Maybe. You could have done that. You could have done that. You could have blown it up. If I was you, and
I just wanted to blow it up.
That's reasonable.
Not as a guest. I'm not doing that shit.
I was
want that shit on my conscience. I don't want to
I
do
was
something
trust-
and then it fucks up the plan, and then it's like, yeah, Anna can't come back and play with us
come
anymore
and fuck it up
because
and
she
leave.
ruined all of our big story moments with the balls.
All right. You back? All right. So yeah, as Becca kind of sits back in the chair and says, "It seems there's a shitstorm here. You all are the center of it. I've been informed by Benjamin Sisko here that Fakani left here far too soon. There are things brewing. The Kraken trade barons move on this system. There is instability brewing, happening already between your nations. I am here to provide some type of security along with you all. I just need to know the situation. So, if you all would be so kind, please make me abreast. What is happening here from your perspective?"
Well, unfortunately, we are outsiders here as well. None of us have been, well, some of us have been here for a long time, but
just a little bit.
we are not exactly natives to this place. But we were put in charge of defending an important event, and that event was attacked by the forces of one of the four nations that exists on this planet. We believe they were backed by House of Smoke, I believe. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
And ever since then, there has been fighting all throughout this capital city, and also while that was happening in NHP, the sidewalk was apparently cascading the entire time, has been doing so for a long time apparently, and in all the chaos of the fighting between the nations, the city collapsed, and machinery infrastructure all around the city began to go haywire. We had to go below the city to free a bunch of people that had been kidnapped by the NHP. That's the short version of it. I'm sure we can get you more details later, but right now we're just exhausted. Rico just throws his helmet on the ground. Not like spiking or anything, just like dropping it to the ground and collapsing into a chair.
Becca says, he looks at the rest of you all and looks at you too, Rico, as you give that response. He says, "Those are the things that have happened. I think with a mind many years in the future. Who should we point our swords at? Who is at fault here?"
I mean,
The NHP?
Okay.
Hmm.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't know. Oh wait, no. You know what? I believe. No, this is something that Rico would know. Um, I believe that the Karakin Trade Berenice has sponsored the leadership of the Grand Duchy of Korea, Ivana de Leon, and the Mountain Python. I believe are the primary instigators of this battle.
Yeah.
And then, what proof do you
The
have?
proof is in the fragmented memories of the administrative NHP of Chibodi City. You'll find that it shows signs of tampering with its shackling protocols from the De Leon family. This has been planned since the original Mthakane liberation of the planet.
The
Riho is gonna quietly queue
kinda
up
lean
like
forward and say,
Helena's fucking like villain speech that she still has
Yeah, I was
recorded.
gonna say, how much footage do you have?
You guys just throw evidence, throw evidence, throw evidence, throw evidence.
She's just gonna
Several gigs
gently
of data
offer
being
it to
A
them.
downloaded.
lot of evidence.
Yeah, we are in good with the princess
Um,
being on
they-
our side. She's very happy to have been rescued by us. I get the feeling that she'll probably be the best, I guess, inroad diplomatically on this planet.
I'm sure Rico would remember, but I can't remember where she is right now.
The princess.
Ileana.
Didn't she go with?
she's with
Right,
she's with
but where
Fatum.
are
She's with
they?
Fatum. They are not here yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we should just tell them that they are very important people, trademark, copyright, and that they need to be protected and escorted, like, to some sort of place of neutrality and safety.
Becca leans in and kind of like is just kind of reviewing all the information that you have, the recording from Riho's drone, the villain speech from Helena Bria, the fragmented history of NHP Kotal Khan, and he's in deliberation for a little bit and kind of sits back a little bit, and then Benjamin Sisko chimes in and says, "Yes, Becca, I told you. They all rescued me from the breaking of the houses. While I didn't know who was our attacking forces, I knew that those that they were fighting against definitely was the pilot, Helen Abria. There is definitely something going on here, and I am inclined to agree with them. The GDK and the TCB are at fault here." And then kind of Becca sits back up and says, "I believe it's time we bring more
Oh,
my people
shit.
here. We've left far too soon. I believe it's time we bring war to those that seek to sow instability in the Indol."
I do not know if it's ready
Rico.
to use such a heavy hand. I don't...
Look at this evidence. There is clearly
Yes, but the
something
princess
brewing
has
here.
not yet
And if
had her
we
chance to
go-
speak. Not publicly, not on a level that she can
What
deny
can-
every... or not deny. Where she can stand against everything that's happened and try to shape the policy and politics of this place. Her father was ready to go to war to this. I can't imagine he wouldn't be ready to sue for peace if his daughter asked for it.
Becca says to the rest of you all, "What do you all think? Can this one woman, one princess, can she save this planet? Can she be the bridge we need to call for peace? Because if you are wrong,
And 1H NHP nearly brought the planet to its knees, so...
I'm not sure, but I think it's important that we consider that Mfakane may be maneuvered into a trap here. This may be what they want all along, is to restart the previous war. If we have an external power come in and attack again, then the barons will be able to point to that and say our interests are being threatened and we've been petitioned for help. And so then we're back in another extra solar conflict with two nation state powers fighting over this planet again.
I agree with Akizva. You should have seen this place before everything happened. They built a fine city. They aren't weak.
As you two say that, you get the sense that Becca's a little green. Like you get like they've been like you get the sense that they've been put in a position that like oh shit, and they're trying to make decisions. But you get the sense that a little green because what you pointed out is like something a seasoned combatant would know. They're like well then what do we do?
The same thing they're doing. They have clandestine off-world support. We need clandestine off-world support. I think what we need is a blockade.
Indeed, a city with a ring of spears to protect it.
A planet with a ring of spears to protect it. If they can't get goods from off-world shipped here, they won't be able to continue their war machine. We need to make sure that the planet Tiano is closed off to any visitors.
Benjamin Sisko Champion says, well, you all don't know this, but while things were brewing here on Djibouti, war was brewing. In the system, things are at a standstill. There's still the hope that, for the leaders out there, that TICE still exists, and there's no clear chain of command. It would be hard to get anyone to do anything. In there, either DSEC, which is another thing that Carla Barnes, not Carla Barnes, I think it's Adrena Trejo, she runs, and Carla Barnes runs a mining cluster where all the resources are kind of gathered in the Carib system. Benjamin Sisko essentially tells you that those things are at a pause, but they're almost like at a pause where it's like very ripe for them to be taken over by a strong party. So they tell you like it'll be pretty hard to do that without someone claiming them. And then Becca chimes in and says, I agree. If we had the resources to do that, we could do some type of covert operation, however you describe it. But we don't have control. Folks in the Carib system are looking for TICE to provide direction. There is no TICE, as I can see here.
I don't know if that's true. Why don't you ping TICE's computer system and see if it's online?
Mm-hmm.
The news of Helm's death is already spread.
There are contingency.
Folks?
Yeah, there have to be contingencies for if the civilian government falls. I mean, the original government of Tiano was a military interim government that was supported by Mfakane. That's where TICE comes from.
Yep, and then they tell you that, yes, there are contingency plans, and they default to a couple people. When the representatives of TICE are killed for the Sea of Tiano, it defaults to their Administrator of Internal Affairs, because the Queen of the Sea of Tiano is gone, so Yantho C is the person that essentially would represent TICE. For the Caliphate of Pisha, it's two people. It's twins. They're Gopal Pisha and Harash Pisha are the two that would assume ownership of their nation states, membership of TICE. And then for the trade company Bria and GDK, they're the same thing. So it's going to be the King Manuel Jimenez.
Considering King Manuel Jimenez is in open rebellion, I think we can go ahead and coronate the princess instead.
We don't have. Well, this is Benjamin Sisko talking. They say we don't have the authority to do that. That would be a civil war, restarting the continuous peace that's been agreed upon.
So then we get the princess to talk to the king and have him come to the table.
Indeed, we can stop a war if no one on this planet actually wants to fight it.
Yeah,
And if she can convince them, it's a moot point. Oh no, we can have some kings and twins or whatever slugging it out in a boardroom. I'd rather have that than people dying.
Then Becca says, well, what do you all do? What is your role in this?
Well, I guess
I'm just here for parts. I don't don't know. I don't.
Someone take care of this.
I don't do politics. I don't do politics.
Get her whatever she
Yeah,
needs. Get her a pina colada.
I won't say no to that.
I think we're the. I think we are Tice now. That's what we do. We're the interim Tice leadership until a civilian government can be appointed
Mm,
as the highest ranking members of Tice that are left alive.
I don't like this authority.
Becca looks at you, Buzo, and says,
Yeah.
"If you do you say that audibly?" Becca looks at you and says, "There are stranger things that have happened, Becca, across the Indo. Having 4 Lancers that are quite rare take such a leadership position, I cannot think of more qualified individuals, at least until things are calmed down. Or until Infakane, the rest of us arrive. You all, with the princess, could have a cause for being her wards of sorts, and being her counsel. You've been through all of this. You've seen what has happened. I also fear that those in the Caliphate of Pisha and the Sea of Tiano have interests too selfish. The task is for you all to decide upon. If it is not you, again, there's always the option of bringing war and ending the nonsense that happens here. I'm sure the NHP Shaka will agree.
How about you prepare yourselves for whatever comes next, but you give us time to try to sort it out ourselves.
And in the meantime, just try to keep the
That is-
barons from sending any more clandestine equipment.
Indeed. If Shaka wants blood, he can fight the barony. They're good targets. But I don't feel like killing any more people on this planet. It was pretty terrible at the breaking of the houses and under this city. And for all of the bad that's happening, there's a lot of people on here that have no idea what's going on.
Understandable. I will tell you that Shaka already makes moves to encounter and confront the advancing Karakan trade baron forces in the Indo. If they should advance on the Carib system, we will be there to defend them. We can buy you as much time as possible. We just need you all to ensure that this you can solve the problem.
We need to convince this princess to sway public opinion, which in and of itself seems incredibly manipulative. And I'm not very happy that Buso's punk brain isn't dealing well with the idea of telling someone else to do something.
It's true.
If we don't ask her to sway public opinion, then we're looking at a war. Which one is the outcome that
Yeah.
you prefer?
Yeah.
People need a leader.
Or at least someone to
Yeah.
say, to convince them to think about all of the blood that would be spilled if they go on the path they're currently on. This is a rough spot.
That's what happens when you give a shit. You know.
Don't I know?
Becca looks to you, Shea, and says, "And you, what is your role in all of this? Are you with this group? We have use for pilots like yourselves in the Mhalanga."
She is a mercenary that we contracted to help us with this mission. We promised, I will point out, she is no longer under contract with us anymore, but in exchange, we did promise her salvage rights from the battle that just occurred. So keep in mind that will need to be paid before she can continue on with any further contract work.
That.
You can have your salvage, though I might offer you another opportunity.
I'm listening.
And now I guess he's okay.
Join the MP Ward
Yeah, I know.
and the Mhalanga. We think with minds, Many years in the future, you'll have salvage beyond salvage if you come with us and help pacify the Indo. There are more places like this that are experiencing turmoil. We could use able pilots like yourself.
Is this a job offer or is this a like for man and country enlisting offer?
This is for humanity. But if you require payment, we can give you something so trivial.
Yeah, I'll think about that. That sounds pretty nice. I mean, I don't like I don't really roll with rooms like this.
Hey, bud.
I don't really like rooms like this, if you catch my drift, where there's a bunch of little people who move little pieces around on a mental board and just kind of decide, you know, how the fucking world works. Um, so as long as you keep that shit far away from me, we can have a conversation.
They say to you, I'm forgetting the name of it, but they're essentially, there won't be war orders like, you probably don't know this, I don't know, you maybe know this, I don't know. But like, Invercounty is really rich, really big, and the basis of the culture is their military essentially. And there's a contingent that focus on piracy and salvage and unscrupulous things, but always doing it for the right reasons. He tells you of that group. And he
The
says,
privateers.
you don't have to join yeah, exactly. You don't have to join the Malanga. There are others in the war order that may fit your fancy. I just point out when I see a capable pilot, I know Vakane can find you stationed.
Okay, bud.
Sure, if I, how about this? If our paths align, I can help you out. But I don't come when I'm called. I go where I need to go when I need to go there.
No
and if I
worries.
decide that a place is not in my interest to be at, I am gone. That's what I do.
And they say that is the mark of a true Uve, and that's what that group is called in the Imperial Order. We want you to do what you do best, just for the right
Very
reasons.
punk.
I don't know about that right reasons thing. Like, who gets to decide that?
Well, do you believe in life? Do you believe in those having their own choice to choose their destiny, not being subjugated
I mean,
by others?
yeah. I mean, I believe in life is like, that's kind of a big question. I know I just met you. But,
Oh God, just do what you did today. Just do what you did today. Just do what you did today. No, but they hear what you're
yeah,
saying.
I can dig it.
They wave someone next to you, and they have like a registry form that you can totally ignore.
Yeah, I would be like, yeah, I don't know what that is. Applications,
Okay.
paperwork.
And they're like, okay, but yeah, so Becca looks at the rest of you all and says, well, if you're going to be the princess's counsel, I believe that is our best end. You all, I believe, have met Fatum, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you find her counsel useful?
Yes.
So far?
She understands that the Impi are a very big hammer, which admittedly we are. So I do trust her.
Well then, this is your path. She will stay here with you. If you will need her, she will be there. I will return to the shore with Benjamin. And we will wait for your mission to see its conclusion with the princess. Should it fail, then Vakane will come.
Right.
Of course.
Rico's gonna take a big deep breath, pick up his helmet off the ground, stand up really straight, and start heading back outside.
Rico, as you walk outside, my friend, you get approached by someone that looks like they're from Teist, and they say, "A missive, sir," and they hand you a data pad.
A missive.
Rico takes it What's this?
It has a Harrison Army insignia on it, and it's I can't remember what your supervisor's name was. I had it written down.
I have it written down somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a name scheme that I tend to keep falling back to.
I think it started
Almost
with A.
certainly.
I think it started with A. I'm pretty sure it started with an A.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Margaret Thatcher.
Shit, but it was a long time ago.
Anthony.
It's not Margaret
Adrian,
Thatcher.
Ashton.
I mean, Margaret Thatcher was just the evilest supervisor I could think of.
Alderon.
It was probably like Arena or something like that.
Okay, we'll say Arena. I will say Arena. It's in one of the questions we did, but I will say Arena. It says there's a message from Arena, and it says it's like a video message, and it says, Rico, you know the armory. We're coming for you. You've derelict your duty, and you know we don't accept anything less than inferior. You'll be there soon. Prepare yourself. You're coming back home.
Is Rico now? He's got this thing. Is he supposed to hand it back to the person who just sent it to me? Gave it to me? Is that expected?
Awkward.
The person's like, the person says hi. They just say hi. You can't.
All right, Rico's just gonna take it and throw it as hard as he can up into like the third floor of a building nearby, like a frisbee. Starts cursing in his native Anyol.
The person puts her head down and starts walking towards it, looking to where he threw it.
That poor underpaid MP.
Not you getting this part-time worker fired.
But yeah, you know that your superiors are coming to look for you.
What's going to happen eventually? All right.
It's eventually a clock.
One thing at a time.
I'm sure this situation will be complicated by the armory showing up.
Yeah, right. Oh, this is like a this is like human resources asset recovery. Rico's asset.
Rico.
Yeah, this is like militarized human resources.
I've played Shadowrun. I know this tune.
Yeah, we can't have the armory can't have bright minds that invent hard light technology get away. Cool. So what are the rest of you all doing as Rico gets on?
Lewd.
And we're going to transition to downtime here.
All right.
You said what?
Whew. Well, I mean, the first thing we need to do is get back to our allies. So, like, find Ileana, find Fatum, find Katra, find Team Suit.
Yeah.
Just now that the city's not gonna be blown up? Question mark? Probably.
You don't know.
Shit.
You don't know. The last warning you all got when I went back and watched the episodes is that Fatum warned you all that she fears, because the GDK left, she fears that something bad's going to happen because the GDK pulled out. But you guys might be able to ascertain that they left because you sent 2 pilots to go tell them that Ileana was a princess, and you sent out a weak radio signal. And that somehow maybe have brought the rest of the Carapace to you guys' help, and also caused them to leave. But that also could be that they just left so they could blow up the city. But it seems quiet now.
To be safe, I want to go back to that original dockyard that we found. The hidden Infakane base that we stayed in briefly.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's way outside the city. You can go there, but there are downtime actions you can do at the city. But if you want to go there and just leave, you can do that.
I mean, you can fly.
I can fly. I don't know. I'm just trying to establish like where is a safe base for us to stay.
I mean, we have a boat somewhere.
Yes.
I think we left the. Didn't we leave the boat there?
Somewhere.
Wait,
The Infocana base.
we gave it to the
actually
people who
did.
were
You did leave
using
the
it to like get to safety.
Mm.
For the people from the breaking of the houses that we rescued.
All right, hold on. I'm about to post the downtown action that you guys can take at the city, but you can take
All
that
right.
one.
All I can really think of doing is just making sure that the impy order here like gets information on the how bad the city is, and like I don't know, some spots where we found civilians hold up, and just give them all the info on that.
All right, it's in the Discord chat. So you can help with the evac, you can tend to the wounded and lift morale, you can stay and listen to stories from people, strategize with the Mhalanga, Becca, 15, and Adrena, or repair Chibodi. There's also one in here that I actually deleted. It was Study Kultokan, but Kultokan is probably now. Yeah, I mean, you still could do it if you want to, but accessing and studying it would be through like channels, like not the actual thing. Or you can just leave Chibodi City, and like downtown's pretty loose. So, like you can do whatever you want to do with your pilot. So if you want to go back to the base, Rico, you can.
I was just thinking that would be the only safe place that I know of to go, but I think this city is probably okay. So I don't know either, man. Don't say that.
I know what Akiza is gonna do.
I know what I'm gonna do because I have a +6 trigger for it. Yep.
Oh, take care of the wounded.
I got patch +6, baby. We super medic in here.
Let's start with Anna. Anna, what do you want to do? So Anna, how this works is downtime is like it's like your pilot's personal time you can use to do a various range of things. These are only ones that I've written in for this adventure, but there's things you can do in the book on page 52, I think. It's a huge list. So you pretty much say like, what would Shea do on her downtime? Would she go get a drink with people? Would she go salvage?
Is this based on?
Would we see her in like space or something?
No? It doesn't have to be.
It's based on skill tree. Yeah,
I have +4 word on the street, which is so I could just talk to the people.
Do the stay and listen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of get a feel for this area.
Well, there's other ones in the book that might be better too. There's other ones in the book that might be better for Shea too. Well, not better, but like like it's on page. Hold on,
I want to take the downtime action. Give Akizva a hug.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kizva kind of lost. They're not dead. They're just like
They're just gone forever.
I saw the movie Her. I know how this goes.
Feels.
Oh yeah. Downtime. Here goes. Yeah. So what you can do? Yeah. Oh shit. There you
Okay,
go. Scrounge and barter is part of the one.
I'd probably stay and listen then. I see. Scrounge and barter.
Share stories.
And I'm looking at reserves.
I guess you definitely want to probably do scrounge
53,
and barter.
All right. Where though? Where do you see yourself doing it? Do you see yourself doing this like on Chibodi? Or have you already left? Are you doing this somewhere else? Downtime's a vague amount of time.
I feel like wherever this is a war zone, right?
I
would do it here. It's wherever the destruction is pretty total. I think she would go where there's just kind of like less people, more scrap. That's her preference. How many days would you say
How many days would you say you're spending, or weeks, or?
I think she would spend a good week doing this before she would circle back to kind of circle back to here and kind of parlay with the person who was talking to her about joining that kind of like privateer scrappy freedom fighter faction.
Got you. Let me pull up something then. Let's see what I can pull up. Shall we?
I was gonna say, could I give Shea a like an obvious propaganda film or something of the Uwe order? Some cool thing like, hey, you should check out what they've done.
Yeah.
Give you the Umfakane equivalent of like,
Yeah, give me the PowerPoint presentation.
no, not that. This is gonna be like the Umfakane version of the Expendables. Be like, yo, you want to see what they do? I used to watch this movie all the time.
Oh my god.
This is accurate.
Here we go. I got you.
I'm sorry, Space Pirate Umfakane shit is kind of awesome. You know they would make that into a movie.
Oh yeah.
Anna, what Buzo gives you is almost like the I don't know, not anthem, maybe song,
Manifesto?
maybe message. Of,
Is it the Umfakane like
The play?
sea shanty?
Yeah, I was like, yes, sea shanty. some sort of like version of that. But it's in Discord right now. Well, now it is. And flycatchers are the term that others who aren't Epiconic describe them as. But that's pretty much what they are.
This is
And,
cool.
yeah, imagine that as like a song or so.
I love this.
So as you're spending a couple days and you see the ships are coming down and some ships are leaving and people are moving and there's a whole bunch going on in Djibouti City right now. There's maybe some people who think to like say thank you to you, but then they look at your neck and they're like, I don't know if I want to talk to them. They just kind of like don't approach you. But you go off in some errantly destroyed portion of Djibouti City, and yeah, you start scrapping some mechs. I think you have to give me a roll, right? You try to get your hands on some gear asset. Yeah.
So,
You have to give me a roll for this. What triggers do you have?
I'm sorry, I've lost track. What is she trying to do again?
Scrapping? Oh, probably
Scrapping.
invent or create then.
Nice.
I blow something up, invent or create, show off, word on the street.
Blow something up might be.
Yes, depends on how you.
Yeah,
how you play
I mean, I'm. I guess I could blow something up. I'm assuming it's already blown up.
Yeah, but it's all messed up. You gotta blow it up.
Yeah, but I could further
yeah.
destroy
It's
it. So
excavation.
You're going
easy
fishing
to-
with dynamite.
Yeah,
You find
yeah.
it-
Okay,
yeah.
I can do blow something.
Yeah,
up.
exactly. All right. What is it that you want? What do you think you want? Describe it to me. I'll find a mechanic.
I think that Shea wants she wants a shield. She wants like a force
shield.
like a force field.
A force. Well,
Like
like
something
a force,
to
force
shield
field,
her mech
interesting.
more, yeah.
So you don't want actually a shield.
Yeah,
You want a force
sorry.
field.
My wording wasn't great.
Oh, there's a deployable shield reserve. Single-use deployable shield generator, a size 1 deployable that grants soft cover to all friendly characters in a burst 2 radius. It was in the image that I posted for the mech reserves. It's not totally tied to your mech, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
We'll just say we'll just.
Bam, look at that.
Standard displayer shield deployable. It grants soft cover to all friendly characters. It grants cover. Let's say it grants hard cover to you. No, let's say yeah, it grants soft cover to you. And that's it. So yeah, give me a roll.
Although soft cover a whole map would be pretty great.
That actually would be pretty dope.
Kaboom!
Did I get it? I can't see my dice in time.
What'd you
It's
get?
always like. Oh, okay, yeah.
13? Yeah. Yeah, with 13, you spent a better part of this week searching the destroyed wreckages of Chibodi City, and by the time you find exactly what you want, you realize that most of the people have kind of like been moving on, and maybe even your people that you were with, Buzo and the rest of them are somewhere or either gone or something like that. You spend a lot of time searching for this thing, and when you do finally come upon it, you find that essentially it's kind of trapped inside a large mech of some sorts. Maybe it's a mech of the GDK, one of the forces that you initially fought when you joined the party, and you realize the only way to get through it is to blow up the kind of the building that's been destroyed around it to get to it. So just to excavate it.
Nice.
So you set your explosives, and a big
Yay.
explosion goes off.
Love that.
There's no one around to hear it, and they all.
Does it make a sound?
And you, yeah, I don't know what that's. But yeah, from this, well, what does it look like when you're recovering stuff? Do you have like a what do
To
you
recover this part?
Yeah, I don't know. If like there's like something.
Oh,
special you do or something.
I think that I feel like this in this way that Shea is in her element, and she like embraces her savant artistic self, and she's in that mode of like, it has to speak to me, like this is a very important thing I'm about to add to my baby. I need to I embrace the part. I'll touch it and hold it while it's still a bit hot from the explosive, and I'm just like, it just has to feel right, it's got to burn good. So I think she goes.
You see the bell fly overhead. You see the sky shine.
She goes. I think she picks up random parts, and she kind of like closes her eyes, and she's just like feeling like, okay, yeah, this is it. This will work. That's how she goes through scrap. And
Smell it,
she finds her special parts that she wants to add to her mech.
Nice. Yeah, we'll say it's the size something your pilot can probably carry with their hands. Maybe it's the size of a watermelon, some type of like shield array that you pick up from this wreckage, and yeah, the sun
She
shines
cradles
down.
it like a baby
this
as she
piece
walks out of the wreckage, explosions and fire behind her, and she's just cradling this watermelon side. She's at peace. She's in her happy place. In her head, there's birds are chirping, and the sound of rushing water and peacefulness as she takes this perfect part.
Back to the dream. Back to the dream. Back to the dream. Cool. Well, then, as you do that, the scene kind of closes on you as you're cuddling your new baby. Who's next?
I can go next if nobody knows what they want to do.
I mean, I feel like yours is going to be dramatic. I'm just going to be going around patching people up.
No, he's going to work. Akizva's going to work with Becca and Fatum, mostly staying in space the entire time as much as he can in strategizing with them, and essentially attempting to run as many iterative simulations of different conflict scenarios as he can to like increase their likelihood of preparedness for different outcomes. This is an extremely laborious process because he's doing it all manually, but he still knows how to do it.
I'm gonna let him hustle that.
So I want to read a situation for that because it involves watching the TCB's maneuvers. Yeah.
Got you. So this will probably be planetary, but probably like in the same ship that you went into. But this probably you, Fatum, Becca, and Adrena kind of like flying over the whole area that you guys are kind of in. And yeah, you can give me word on that.
Big number.
Hey.
The crit. What was the reward for this? Backing of DSEC.
Basically, we have enough of a plan that DSEC will listen to it.
Gotcha. The stipulation here is that DSEC is with. So you probably get calmed in. This is probably like a big meeting table, and it's you and the others or whatever. And then DSEC comes in, which is Adrena Trejo. She's the caliphate of Pisha. She says, "This is the middle of conversation. I believe the best option is for you all to go to the caliphate. Ilyana, with the caliphate's backing, that is the only way that we can convince the GDK. Should they try and attack her, they will have no other defense. You Lancers won't be enough."
I understand and I appreciate that you're taking care of our safety, but because of our operational goals, we can't abandon Shibodi City, and we need to maintain control of operations from here. Our entire strategy hinges on the fact that we're maintaining Teist's authority over all planetary affairs and treating this as a criminal matter as opposed to a military matter of interstate conflict. If you look at the various plans and scenarios we've drawn up here, this actually limits Caliphate of Pisha casualties in the long term.
So your plan is to keep Djibouti City as your base. The city is destroyed. There's nothing. They would take a significant amount of DSEC too.
Of course, it's symbolic in nature. It is to remind people that Teist still stands.
I will let you know if we do redirect defense security forces for the Carib system to Djibouti City to secure it, the area around it. That leaves DSEC in the Carib system at defenseless, essentially, or weaker.
Well,
would you preserve a city that's already destroyed for the lives of DSEC in the Carib system?
That's what our friends in Mfakane are here to help us do, is to secure our black borders. If we can keep the space blockade in place and prevent our mutual foes from receiving off-world support, I think we can end this conflict quickly and decisively.
And then Becca says, I'll warn you, it will take time, for us to come. But if I am to say put expediency on it, I don't know if you're... I'll just say, if Ifakane gets here, they don't know how to stay their hand after being cast.
I know, but they don't need to know that, so don't tell them.
Deal. Alrighty. Cool. So with a 23, so what I'm understanding here is that you want significant portions of DSEC to come provide security to Djibouti City.
Yes.
And
I think that's the main thing, because if we stay in Djibouti, if we maintain that, and then we've denied them their largest victory to date.
Well, why do you think the GDK did that to Kulta Khan and Djibouti City now looks like it?
I think to obliterate Teist, to obliterate the idea that there could be a unified government outside of themselves. And by making sure that Djibouti City still stands, even if it's kind of in a sort of skeletal capacity, that undermines their attack.
Okay, cool. And then what do you want DSEC to do exactly? Like, what is just maybe give me three words for what do you want that to look like?
Provide a smokescreen. They are there to obfuscate the movements of our actual troops and attacks. DSEC is there making it seem like this is the biggest priority. Again, it is a big priority. It's not the biggest priority. Our biggest priority is the offensive.
Gotcha.
And also, they are. I think the risk here is that they don't know that.
That
DSEC doesn't know that necessarily. Yeah, they don't know that their job is that their whole job here is to upset the GDK and TCB by making it there. We maintain a hold of Djibouti City and keep it functioning in whatever capacity we can to draw fire. Ileana de Leon, and this is my briefing with Becca and Fatum. Ileana de Leon is dangerously unhinged. Her megalomaniacal tendencies have gone full throttle, and I think at this point, as you can see, that ancestors were willing to sabotage Kolkol Khan, I think at this point you could tell that it's pretty ingrained in nurture and nature for her to be like this. She won't be able to stand that Shabodi City is still activating, and that's something that we can exploit psychologically to divert her forces and make them vulnerable to offensives.
Got it. Okay. So would you say Becca and Fatuma are abreast with your plan, or is only DSEC the
Yeah,
one that's
DSEC is the only one that's kept in the dark. Like, and by extension, the Caliphate of Pisha. Yeah, it is. I acknowledge that this is a risky situation.
It's pretty risky, but yeah, you guys can do
Roll the
it.
crit.
So that's the plan, to hold on to Bodhi City. Very nice. So you get the backing of DSEC. We'll find out what that means probably in our next session. One thing before we close, right? Not on the whole session, but like on your downtime, is that you get the sense that Becca wasn't telling you something, and then we'll just close the scene.
Mysterious.
Next.
So after Akizva has done his shadowy scheming shit, I'm gonna go and help people.
What we got?
Tend to the wounded, bring in my big ol' ambulance snake, and I'm going to roll a big number with my big bonus.
Take care of the wounded. Recover.
Yeah, you are. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so Buzo, you get approached by, we'll say, a family of sorts, and they see on your group saying,
Yeah.
all the missing, because you had people
Yep.
like sign it with like missing people, and they say, that is our son. That is our son. He went to go work through the. Have you found him? Has anyone found him? It's a face of someone missing. That's been written on your.
Okay.
On your,
So it's not the person who is missing that came up to me. It's the person who wrote it, who's like checking.
It's
Okay.
probably another family member.
I'm gonna shake my head and say no, but I'll take a picture of it using like my Lancer equivalent of a cell phone and be like, I will keep this in mind. I'm about to go out into the city to check for wounded and check through all of the buildings and everything. Are you going to be here? Where can I send them once I find them so they can find you?
I'll be. Yeah, they say that. I'll be here. I'll be here. There's so many faces.
I know.
So many missing.
You know what? I'm gonna give them a marker or something and just tell them like write your like contact number or something on here. Let them know that you saw this.
They
Huzzah.
write that on there as instructed.
Well, into the city, unless you want to come help with me and be an extra set of hands.
We'll say it's an old mother. We'll say she's probably like in her Lancer era 60, so she's probably like 40 in actual stuff.
Okay.
She's like 60. But she
I mean, at least an extra set of eyes or just something to watch people. Okay.
She hops on.
I'll put her on a platform. Yeah, and I'll point out like this is the disinfectant. This is the gauze. This is the like really shitty MRE snack bars. If someone's dying of hunger, feed them this. They'll probably hate it, but they'll eat.
They'll live.
She's probably like commenting to you and saying like, if he was gonna go, if it's missing somewhere, he'd probably be in this portion of the city, and just send you off in a kind of a random direction, not
Yeah.
a direction in the city, and you probably will. I don't know. Shea's. You probably see glimpses of Shea, but so far away that you don't really notice it's her, and you just think it's like a shadow moving into the darkness, digging in the dirt.
I'm a shadowy.
Well, that's
presence.
spooky. But I have a huge gun, and I'm a giant
Cryptiding
snake.
outside. I'm just a cryptid like on the horizon, like. What is
Yeah.
that?
Bigfoot
Have you
walking.
seen that shadow that's just like lurking in the rubble over there? It's like a
Yeah.
ghost of a.
What you saying?
Just
Cephas?
what you call it? I'm good. I'm ready to go. I ain't scared of no ghosts. I'm a big giant snake.
Are you gonna
I
investigate the
got grandma
ghost?
power with me.
Ghost hunter.
As you approach probably one of her son's favorite bars. Essentially, it's not bombed out. She hops off your Groot saying, she says, "This was one of his favorite bars. Maybe he came here." And she starts to run in, and you can see that the building is, and from the HUD, it's like pretty weak. It's the structure is fairly weak. If she runs in there, bad things will happen.
Cool. I'm gonna put my Groot slang tail down and like keep her from going in. And just whoa, 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 whoa. You are not the person here who is in a like 200-pound steel hard suit. I can go in, and um if I get trapped under something, I know several very strong lads who can lift me out of this. I don't want you to get crushed.
She waits by patiently. She says,
There you
"Very
go.
well."
If I come out with him, I'll give you your chance to fawn all over him as mothers do. And I'm going into the building.
All right. As you go into the building, you see it's the outside look just a little, I don't know, emaciated a little bit. The inside looks a little bit worse as you see like capsized beams and large portions of concrete. Um, yeah, it looks pretty empty, honestly.
Do I know this guy's name? Is his name like I don't know.
Let's give him a name.
Antonio. Everyone loves
First word
Antonio.
that came to my head was okay. Antonio, yeah, Antonio sounds good. I was
Oh,
gonna say Billy, but
Billy!
yeah, Antonio
No,
sounds
we're
good.
going with Antonio. Billy makes him sound like a goof.
Okay. All right,
I
Antonio
call
sounds
out for
good.
Antonio.
Yeah, you call out and you get no response. You let me see. Did you do a roll? Give me a roll real quick.
I got get a hold of something, word on the street, or patch. Am I getting a hold of? I'm gonna get a
Get a
hold of
hold of
Antonio.
Antonio. Okay.
Yeah.
Tony.
Nice. With the 17. Let's see here. Let's see here. You look around this place, and again, it looks fairly destroyed within the inside. But you go around to the bar, and it seems that there's a screen kind of flickering. That's been a tablet, essentially, an Omni slate that's been flickering on the bar.
Alrighty. What's what does it say, or does it just show a stepped ziggurat?
No, it's a memoir of sorts, and it's Antonio saying kind of saying like how I miss my family, how I never should have went to break into houses, how I've been stuck here. I'm trying to find a way out. I'm hiding for now, and they're somewhere else. They just left us here. It was like a short kind of memoir, but they're somewhere else.
Hmm. All right, I'm leaving the building and handing it to the handing it to his mom and saying, "It looks like he was here, but it looks like he has also left. But if with how shitty everything is in this city, he couldn't have gone far. So if you have another place where he might be, we can head there before I start helping patch up everyone else."
Well, our family's from the Sea of Tano. Maybe maybe he went somewhere there. Maybe he's gone to their main city or somewhere.
If you,
If you find him, please tell him his mother is
of
waiting for him.
course. All right. If he's from the Sea of Tano, is there any like uh I don't know, ethnic restaurant or like temple or something like that? It's a long shot, but maybe.
Um, Nothing that's probably undestroyed. Your best bet is probably finding other people who are from the Sea of Tano and the group of people that are being evacuated from the city.
Okay.
Which I guess aren't kind of being evacuated from the city now because of Akiza's plans.
I mean, like the city's getting evacuated, but it's more like civilians are getting evacuated, but they're still like stuff.
Okay.
So the city is now a fort.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just look for people then, with the justification of more eyes and more hands is always better.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alrighty. You don't have to give me another roll. You did that 17. 17's enough. We'll just apply it for the rest of the roll. You continue to look for people. You do find some missing people, not missing people, but people who weren't captured by Koplikon or weren't able to evacuate themselves. And this is just people who've been either trapped under rubble or people who are just injured and been waiting or people who have been hiding and too scared to leave.
cool. Then I will ferry them out and put them on the back of the Long Boy Special and just glide through the streets collecting more people.
Nice. Yeah, you're at the at a certain point you start looking
Good.
like a scorpion crawling baby in the back.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep showing this guy's picture to everyone and telling them that they are more than welcome to just tag and fuck up the surface of this thing as much as they want.
Yeah, you start to get like actually starts to get to a point where like there's so many people that you pick up that some faces are being obscured with more missing faces.
Joy.
Yep. Being tatted up. So you gain 2 reputation. Right?
Yep.
Is that
I'm
what you're doing? Yeah, so let's
Nice job.
transition you guys to the other screen. Tiano Matt.
Nice job. More reputation.
I really just want to roll patch just to see how high I can get to.
Oh yeah, you can roll the patch. Go ahead, roll the patch.
Where am I? There we go. Patch him up. Wow. And I still nearly get 10 after rolling a 2. If that was with accuracy, I probably would have made it.
I think you guys are.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, your reputation's at full. I think it was. Wait, did y'all use 2? I think y'all did use 2.
Huh.
Still pretty good.
Yeah, so 3.
Our good karma. Just superb.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. I'm going to change the label for Chloe City as the Smoke Screen Base. Body City.
Ominous.
Dope. All right, Buzo. All right, who else we got?
I can go.
Go for it.
I don't know exactly what downtime activity this is gonna be. Maybe like get connected. Maybe. But what I really want to do is I want to go to Ileana and check in with her and start laying the groundwork for like her to be a leader.
Okay, you find Ileana, and she's probably with some other folks that came with Adrena Trejo, which are like people from Teist, essentially, and they're kind of dressing her and outfitting her, almost like they would do like a princess essentially, and put her in more regal clothes, but they probably put her in a little bit of like body armor. So imagine like she's got a dress on, like a regal dress, but also like body armor.
Hell yes.
And she is probably like in like a not a building, but like one of these like ships that come down. And yeah, you kind of, I guess you knock on the door and you just lift that sound, and you see her with like 4 or 5 people kind of tending to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
There's always something from Gundam.
She turns around and says, Rio! And she kind of like pushes them off, and she comes to you and says, everything's been a blur since the rest of Tice arrived? I haven't seen you in what feels like 2 days. How are you?
It's been an exhausting couple of days. How are you?
Good. I told my father has enticed the meeting to talk with me. They're preparing me to meet with him. I told them I wouldn't go without you all.
That's probably a smart response there.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about all of this?
Well, I think it's good. There's obviously people you all have saved, many lives. Um, I think maybe this is the best way to bring an end to the hostilities. With you all's help, I think we could bring a lot of change to this system.
I think so too. I think what the people need right now is a strong leader, and I think you are the type of person with your not just with your heritage and where you came from, but with your youth to be a strong signal of what we can do to be better.
Possibly, but I've heard from others. Adrena told me there's my father may have been a part of all of this. Maybe they're just luring me into a trap.
And that's what we'll be there for. Don't worry. Nothing's going to happen that you don't want to happen.
I just want you all to be okay. And I want the system to be okay. I want to be able to help that.
And I'm confident that you will.
Well, I've had enough of the preparing over here that they're doing for me. Say you could show me a bit of wrestling moves? Just in case I get in trouble?
Sure.
Kung Fu Princess.
Yes.
Is there a place we can go that's a little more away from this?
Yeah. She just says like, "I'm leaving now." And she like waves to them, and they see you, and they're like, they kind of ignore what she's saying. They like all pull out their data pads.
Riho will give them autographs real quickly and then just like run off after Ileana.
Cool. Yeah, you guys can run off to where you want to go. It's a destroyed city, so yeah, you could probably find somewhere that's cool. Maybe old.
Yeah, that'd be legit.
Yeah, you probably find a half-destroyed boxing gym, and that the bell still works. And as you all approach it, Ileana says, I've never been in one of these," and she kind of rings the bell. Ding. I was like, "All right, let me show you what I got."
Oh God, this is gonna be laughable.
She didn't have shit. Just give me what kind of, so this is get connected. So what was your intent for this?
I mean, I don't even know if that's the right one, but I think it is the right one because I just want her to be like very fully on our side in all of this. And like I want to make sure that like she's on board with our plans to avoid war. So I don't know what that would.
Yeah. She what do you think from her responses so far and over the course of all the sessions, what do you think she would what do you think her position
Oh,
is?
I 100% think she's going to do whatever we say is the right thing to do. But like yeah.
You don't think she would like does she seem impressionable?
She does, but I feel pretty firmly like we're the strongest influences on her.
What about her dad?
And what do you think if her father had a just reason for doing things?
A just reason? I don't think she would look at all of the people. I was going to say, I don't think she'd look at all of the people that have died and say that it was justified.
I mean, maybe
Okay. But is there any
like
doubt
maybe
in your
this
heart that she would
opportunity is for
have
you
that?
to like instill these like make sure these values are like present in her.
Yes. I'll just tell you that she is very impressionable. And if her father told her to do something and had a very just reason for doing it, she would probably be like,
So then
maybe,
maybe the trigger I want is like lead or inspire, and I want to sort of let her know that like we're here to make sure that war doesn't break out. We're here to prevent that from happening, and that like if since it looks like
You have
her
to make
father was
care
involved,
more about
she
you
needs.
than her mom, than her dad. Just make
What?
her
Say
like
that
you
again.
more. Make her like you more than her dad. Make her care more about you than her dad.
Make her call you daddy.
Yes.
No. Excuse you. It's senpai.
I wish the expression like like sunning someone is an expression. I wish like
Right.
daughtering someone was an expression.
I want her to be my
I
child.
think it's a bad thing if you son someone though. Like that's like you're about to like school them and embarrass them in front of everyone they care about.
Yeah.
Take her under your wing, make make her your protege and be like, I mean, kind of basic, kind of brainwash her a little bit, Sounds
Just a
bad,
little
doesn't
bit.
sound good, but
A little bit of brainwashing.
Impress upon your value system as this person so that she is like a little Riho clone.
Starting a war is never the right answer.
Yeah, Rio. She as you're probably teaching her and stuff, and I'm not gonna make you roll yet, but like as you're probably teaching her, she probably like falls down a couple times, and she probably maybe gets a little frustrated that she's not getting like the tutelage that you're throwing at her. And she says, "Well, what if they deserved it? What if my father was right?" And she's referencing the breaking the houses.
Do you ever think it's right to take as many lives as were taken as a result of that?
Well, what if he was saving?
Saving
lives?
who?
Our lives, our the GDK's lives.
I don't think the GDK's lives would have been in danger in the first place if it wasn't for him. She charges me.
Angsty teenager time.
Yeah, like in like a not like an angry way, but like a frustrated kind of like I don't know response. So I'm gonna like
Rio's just gonna
She's
grab
gonna be
her
aggressive.
arms and like kind of put her in like a gentle submission hold. Gentle, we ain't hurting the child.
She's like, let me go. Okay, give me a roll here. This is gonna surmise all of the arguments you guys have, not arguments, but like
Now
conversations
she's
you're having.
sunning someone.
Now she's sunning her. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. On a 16, what do you think happens?
I like to think that she'll kind of like struggle for a minute and kind of get it out and then sort of like slump a little bit and be like, you're probably right.
Yeah. She does exactly that, and she says, "You're right. My father was a part of this. His reasons can't be just." And she kind of puts out her hand to you and says, "Rio, you're my friend."
Riho is gonna take take her hand in like both of her hands. So just like holding them and like pat.
Okay, she's gonna try and she's gonna try and like lift it and do it. She's not gonna do it. She can't do it. All right, yeah, she takes that and she's like, yeah. She feels instilled by your value system. Is what
Cha-ching.
Anna says.
Successfully brainwashed.
So what do you want from this, essentially?
What I want is for her to stay true to the conversation that we just had, even if her father or like somebody else in the room starts trying to like manipulate her in a different direction. I want her to look to us first.
You have the resource called backing, useful leverage through political support or a powerful figure.
Ooh.
There it is.
She does give political support. She is a powerful figure.
That is the one. That's the one.
Hell yeah.
Backing reserve. Riho and Phil and Eliana. Dope. Okay. Yeah, and then you guys probably continue your wrestling training. And no one goes looking for you. Actually, probably a crowd is like looking through the broken windows. Like, oh shit, look at those two fighters. We're gonna record this video and sell it on the internet.
Best friends.
World
World
Star.
Star.
Fighting World Star.
Cool. And then you also see Shea out there just walking through the window, picking up dragon necks.
Yep.
Across
Looking
the
for my next.
Just like
find.
waving at you.
All right, Rico.
All right. There's a few things that I want, and I feel like some of them I can just like probably just like do, like just get like easily without having it be involved in the downtime, and then some of it is going to require the downtime, and I'm not sure where the line is. So I'm just going to tell you everything I want from like the easiest to the hardest, and you just tell me what of these things is going to require
You're gonna try to fake your death, aren't
like
you?
to be part of it. No, no,
Damn.
not yet. Maybe later. But before this session even started, I was thinking I want a Reinhardt shield.
Reinhardt from what?
From Overwatch. It's just a personal. There's a handheld shield that I can protect my. I just want a bat as a pilot gear. But I don't know if that's something he would have to invent, or if it's something already exists that he could just get his hands on.
Isn't that basically the Ishilangu from Field Guide to Infakane?
Yeah, you could take the Ishilangu. Yeah, you could take the Ishilangu and just.
Yeah, it's like a melee weapon, except if you get hit as a pilot, you can just be like, "Nah, I'm okay," and then it's destroyed.
Yeah. If you go to CompCon, Ryan, if you have Infakine downloaded, just go to Pilot Gear and look up Ishilangu.
Yeah, it does
Okay.
import weird into Foundry, I noticed, because every time that I hit import, it disappears from my sheet, and I have to manually add it, and it doesn't have the info saying, like, I can once per scene be like, "Nah, I survived."
I live.
Yeah, the primary thing I wanted it to do is like protect allies as well, but that maybe I'll just like worry about that some other time.
I'll let you flavor it how you want to.
Okay,
I mean,
cool. That's great. Then I don't really need to worry about if it's something that already like exists and I can just get. Then that's totally dope. Now that we're actually like here, what I think Rico would most want to do is, well, we are going to be staying here. We're going to need a base of operations. We're going to need a safe place to come back to, especially since the armory is going to be coming after me soon.
Do you tell anyone about this?
So if you want to do a base and get it well, the Ishilangu is just pilot gear. You can just have that. That's not something to do a downtime acting for. You probably find that Becca brought with them a contingent of MP personal gear, Boombozulos and blah blah blah.
Okay, cool.
You can just grab that. And
so I guess what I really want then is Rico wants to just create. Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe I guess I want to retrieve the Manaka because it's at Uwe.
Oh, go out to
the Uwe base, right?
It's at one of the places that what's his name? Giuseppe, whatever.
Oh, Jose Cuervo.
Jose Cuervo has it.
I want to retrieve the Manaka and make it ready to be a base for us. And this is a thing that I think Rico is maybe a little thing that he's doing himself is trying to upgrade it so that it is harder for the Harrison Armory to track. Like he's trying to make it
like a block,
so
like
that they can't
a scan. Like it blocks.
Maybe, and just like he has to go in and delete all his Harrison Armory connections from his data slate. He has to like sever it means he has to get rid of a whole bunch of like data and like resources that were available to him in there. But Yeah, I guess so. I was looking through like all the resources and stuff, and the resource I want is safe harbor.
Oh, graduate safety for meeting, planning, and recuperating. A safe harbor upon the Manaka,
That's
or safe harbor for you.
on the Manaka. I want to try to make the Manaka into a safe harbor. Is that possible?
Guaranteed. I say graduate. So guaranteed safety for meeting, planning, and recuperating. 100%.
Good
Cool.
move.
100%. So tell me, so what you're planning on doing is leaving Chibodi City with all your allies by yourself to go out to this town, maybe 30 miles out, where you're very vulnerable, and go find the Manaka.
Yes.
But he can fly.
I can fly. But
oh, you're with your mech. You still have your mech.
I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking I could get somewhere quickly to retrieve it, like to go out there, get it really quick, come back. I can also do hack or fix if we're focusing more on the upgrading it to be more difficult to track. What do you think?
I think that it's already got the upgrades to make it a safe harbor. The issue here is you going to go find it without getting intercepted by Harrison Armor.
All right then. Well, then it feels like get somewhere quickly is going to be my best roll for that. It's also my highest one. So.
And I'm gonna make this a DC 15.
Okay. Gotcha.
With no other difficulty or anything. Just 15.
All right. I've lost my character sheet. It's not on this page. Hold on. Oh, I can go back to the opener.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I can just back to the opener. Find it. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. Get somewhere quickly. Here we go.
Huzzah!
Is there any chance that being able to fly gives me accuracy?
Well, let's look what's on your mech, because what you're gonna have to like avoid right now is the HR recovery forces of the Harrison Army, which I assume they're probably gonna bring some very nasty Harrison Army mech, and I'm gonna say it's let's see, what's a good Harrison Army mech for recovery? Would it be a Tokugawa? Probably be like
Sherman.
Yeah, zap him. Zip zap.
My favorite is to just have Sunzi show up teleporting out of nowhere.
Yeah. I say Sunzi. Yeah. I think Sunzi is good. So yeah, you're gonna have a team led by a Sunzi and a couple other, maybe 2 other mechs, come get you, and it will be your boss.
Oh, it's her actually coming. Oh shit, this is more serious than I thought.
So yeah.
All right.
If you fail,
Here we go.
They're gonna.
Oh boy. Hey, I'm a genius. Oh wait, I rolled the wrong one, but it's the same bonus anyway. It's fine.
Okay, you're good. You're good. So as you're flying from Chibodi City, and it's probably going to take you, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 hours to make it to the place by flying. You get incoming notifications on your HUD that there's almost like a blink space ruptures that are incoming, and but what happens? What happens when you get that notification?
Ah, shit. Rico is going to engage like the super thrusters and shit, and it's just gonna start going just way faster. But then Sunzi just like appears directly in front of me, and Rico does an Aurelian roll to dodge out of the way. As just laser fire just raining all around him from the ground beneath him as he speeds past them.
Okay.
And he actually, you know what? I'm gonna say he probably gets hit a few times, but it's his advanced shield technology he's been working on comes in handy.
Someone capture that bastard. We need that mech.
And Rico is just gonna just send them a message that just says like, maybe next time.
Damn.
Yeah, as you kind of are able to dodge them and dodge some of their fire and stuff, they're essentially trying to stun your mech. The fire kind of erupts, and you probably were followed by someone that came down to that save. But there's probably ships that come to like patrol the area or whatever, and they come to kind of chase the HR recovery team away. And the last message you get from your supervisor, she says, "We'll be back, Rico. You're coming back to work. You need that 9 to 5,
Damn.
bastard."
Rico takes the stims, just like uses the freeze to calm himself down. To avoid so he can work and retrieve the Manaka without having too many panic attacks.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, so you're able to make it to this little outpost city where Jose Cuervo was at, and he probably gives you a welcome greeting, and he says, "Oh, you're Rico, yeah?
Yeah, I I hope you've been treating our machine well here.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to tell you, tell Buzo, this mech is amazing. Nearness. I haven't had to shoot it or anything, shooting one, but and the second thing is, you have such a nice and personable cat on that Manaka. Such a, I've never met an entity, a Compcon, so nice.
Really nice and friendly is the impression you got from the Compcon on the ship. That is, I'm glad to hear it. Unfortunately, the time has come. We are going to need it again, so I have to take it back from you.
That's fair. Let me say goodbye.
Sure. He waits outside, staring up at the sail like, the fuck?
He takes you to the Nanaka, and as he approaches, he gets sprayed by a water hose. And says, how'd you know I wanted a bath?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, but they're just a nice-hearted person.
They have a
Alright.
rapport.
Told to by Buzo. Yeah. But yeah, he says it's in good condition. I wish you all the best.
I wish the same for you, and trust me, that metal face or whatever you decide to call it these days, it will treat you well. All right.
He might also get confused with Buzo. And then
How can he get confused for me? He's a big, goofy, beaky motherfucker now.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot.
All right, Portia,
Yeah,
I'm going to need your help getting this thing back to Chipotle City. Did you miss me?
No, I didn't.
Of course not.
But I'm stuck with you now.
Right.
So,
Fuck you too. Let's go.
how did things go there, anyways? Oh, okay. All
This
right.
portion of the episode, Rico gets roasted.
Got him.
Yeah, you have.
Your elbows ashy, space between your toes ashy.
Your elbows, your kneecaps.
You had to tie your hair back, looking at it. Dope. So yeah, you fetch the Manaka, and yeah, you bring it back to Bodhi City.
Yeah, I bring it back to the rest of the team, and at this point, when he comes back flying the Manaka into the city, is when Rico's gonna come clean about. All right, everyone. I think this is just gonna come. He did like everyone's off doing their own separate things, so he's just gonna send like a video message to everybody, just as like, so I suppose this is going to come up eventually. So I thought you should know. It seems like my boss from Edison Armory has sent a squad to retrieve me. So that is something we are all going to have to deal with eventually. They are actively trying to track me, so I have retrieved the Manaka so that we can use it to hopefully avoid capture in whatever missions we have upcoming. That's it. That's
I
the
want to be
message.
angry at you, but at the same time, having another party that this entire planet can unite behind, kicking off the rock, might be a good thing. However, I'm still kind of mad at you.
Understandable.
So Dope. Well, with that, you all's downtimes conclude over the course of, say, it probably lasted a week or so. And as Shay is done picking the corpses of destroyed mecha around the city, you all get a comm in from what'd you say?
Like vultures just vulturing, picking up the
yeah,
picking what she wants off the carcasses of Meg.
Yeah. You all get a comm in more like a news blast rather than a comm, which is probably followed by a comm from Fatum and from Becca and from Adrena. And the news blast is that King Manuel Yemez has accepted a parlay with his daughter, and there's no location identified for it, but a parlay is accepted, and the Caliphate of Pisha have also agreed to come because this is a parlay for bringing peace to their war. They haven't picked the place yet, and the come to you all is to find a fitting place for that. So that could either be Caliphate of Pisha, it could be Tribodi City, it could be VK, or it could be somewhere in the Ciatano.
Where we're going to have this meeting?
Or somewhere else. Yes. But you don't have to decide it now. You can decide it.
I have a question.
Now.
What's the state of Yako's?
Yeah, I was gonna say my knee-jerk reaction is, "Hey guys, look at everything that you fucking did here.
Yeah.
Damn, isn't this worth it?"
Would you guys really want to? That's brutal.
Yeah, well, I wonder whose fucking fault that is.
They say it's our fault.
Yeah, but we know otherwise.
Yeah, except we have this fascinating video evidence. Hey, Rio, play the tape.
Run the video.
Play.
Oh god, it's gonna be so easy to fake
Yeah.
videos.
The good news is that you get to reuse maps.
Yeah.
True.
Love letting the GM reuse a map.
I don't know what that's like.
Yeah. I will. I'll probably update that.
Oh man, I love that map.
Update it.
But yeah, I think I want to see if we can have it on Yakto's Dagger. But I don't think Yakto's Dagger exists anymore. Didn't Crime take a bite out of it?
Oh,
yeah, I kind of assumed
it
it was
blew
just
up big
like
time.
a pile of rock.
I think it would be hilarious. I think that we should tell them all, hey, let's go meet at Yakto's Dagger. And they're like, well, it's a hole in the ocean now. It's like, yeah, we're meeting at Yakto's Dagger. We can talk about what happened here. It's...
Well, you guys can spend time thinking about how that sets up.
Yeah, we'll think about it. Maybe that might not be the best. We'll talk about it. Who knows? I think it would be really funny.
I think it would definitely be salty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I gotta get some new traits because I don't have an HP anymore.
Man,
That's crazy,
what if-
dude.
what if-
Dude,
That was
Don't you have like a
amazing.
backup?
You can make a back
Yeah,
thanks,
with-
but she's a person. I don't have a backup wife.
why not?
Is she like your what? Hey, excuse me, Ryan?
what, you don't want a backup husband?
Run that by me again?
Yeah.
Say
Point-
that directly into the microphone one
What
more
if
time.
Anna? What if it was you?
No,
Anna, what if
point-
it was you? If Ryan had a backup wife, that was
Yeah.
you.
Like a
the
pro.
last one drowned the last one in the Everglades. No,
I'm the backup.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if she made the decision, she made the decision, and I can't stop that. And once they're integrated in a Gestalt state, it's hard to rip them apart.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna swap some stuff out and take Stormbringer 2 and then get Skirmisher 2.
Oh.
Okay, let's go.
So I'll get to
Fine.
move 4 spaces before I launch a missile.
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
I'm just every time we level up, I'm just like, I want to see everyone's character sheet. I want to know what everybody did. I want to know all the new shit.
I ended up giving Clara Zeng parts because the idea of her ripping up shit and throwing it at people is too good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
Yep.
Total strength
I would
suit?
like to be able to throw my environment at my enemies in true professional wrestler style.
Yeah, that's very that's a good point.
And you can level up too. So whenever you come back, I mean, just have
Oh wait,
whatever you
We
have.
did it.
I
Yeah.
leveled up already though. You mean again?
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, we did it already.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got more shield stuff, but I have a new shield that makes your melee attacks AP.
Ah.
What is this? What is this?
It's the license level 3 for the what's it called?
The Emperor.
Emperor. The shield is called Walk. It's the Walk of Kings. The is part of the name. An allied character within sensors of line of sight gain overshield equal to half their maximum HP. While they have this overshield, all their melee attacks gain AP, and the first time each turn they either hit with a melee attack or take damage from a hostile character, they release a burst 1 energy blast centered on them. So, your attacks are AP, and every time you hit somebody or get hit, you do damage to everyone around you. I love this shit.
That's Riho. That's Riho.
I have a designated Riho shield. And I have a designated freaking Akiza shield and a designated Riho shield. I'm doing it, man. I'm gonna have shields.
Everybody gets their own
Hell
shield.
yeah.
Next level, I'm getting a freaking designated Buso shield because I'm gonna be protecting whoever I'm closest to, which I imagine is usually gonna be.
I like
Musa.
to think that you already gave me a little treat. Let me tell you about Saladin.
Linkfield, that's what you have.
Oh, Saladin.
I took Saladin 1. I don't need Groot Slaying 3. I am Thunderdome now.
I am.
I love it.
I stole some parts from the Vulture. The Vulture vulched, but I vulched the Vulture, and I took Nelson 1, so I have Warpike, and I ignored difficult terrain now when I move. So, which is great because I'm fast. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Crap battle.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I also finally installed that Sajambok that I got a million years ago. So I'm gonna be able to help you hack shit.
Thank you.
Or help you overheat shit.
Interesting. The sad story is that Akiza's mech got wired. Went away.
Yeah.
He was faster now.
Yeah, he doesn't really know how to pilot a mech. I feel like I'm not sure how we want to deal with that. He's not good.
That's gonna be an interesting. That's
can
gonna
let
be
Push
interesting
help
to
you out.
role play out. Like you just like
Yeah.
knowing how to be a Lancer this way.
Hey, maybe this is your chance. Maybe this is the time when you take points out of agility and put them in something else.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should take some out of Jolie. But yeah, he's not good.
I'm gonna have to adjust your art and get rid of some of that red glow.
No.
Oh yeah.
Live an era.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's say bye.
Okay,
to
bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
3, 2, 1, deuces.
GG.
Next time.
Great game, dude. As always.
Thank you for.
Is that good, Dave? Yeah, I was feeling a little bad because my energy was